Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, reviewing the latest trending topic news and entertainment. What I said, the latest trending topic news, the latest trending topic news and entertainment. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV. Always with me, Primo Grande, the one and only Cold Seasons. How you feeling, big cuz? On this
Pretty good, man. Yeah,
Friday
don't worry about the pronunciation. We've been dealing with people for
night?
many a years where we had to decipher what they were saying. So I think everybody was picking up what you was putting down with zero worries.
With zero worries.
That's right.
For sure, cuz. Look, we got a crazy show tonight. Man, it's a lot been going on, y'all. Make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. So when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas. Also, head on over to www.bksoulfarm.com and pick up your copy of 1016 160 Self Sustainability by Ali Dawood L. Link is in the description. Don't forget, same great ribs, next level flavor, ribs on the run 2.0, bold flavor made to go. Perfect for events, parties, catering, and more. Real ribs, real flavor, real good. 984-331-6946. Scan the QR code to get in that ribs in the run 2.0 mode. All right. Scan the QR code and then head on over to DB Chef TV on YouTube and subscribe. Put your name in a hat to win $100 because each and every month we showing love to y'all back. That's what we doing. So when you subscribe, you could win $100, man. That's what we got. That's what we giving. It's love. It's life. And then also, y'all, right now we streaming on Kick too. So don't forget to check us out on kick.com at DB Chef TV. And then, like we always say, we got merch. We got plenty merch, y'all. Check us out, www.dbcheftv.com. We got merch. Hit the gift shop. But if money's tight, it's all right. What can they do for us, big cuz?
They can smash that like.
Smash that like, y'all. Leave a thumbs up. Let us know what we doing. Let us know something in the comment section too. Let us know what we doing. If y'all liking what we doing, or just talk a little trash. It don't matter if you like it or not, because we're gonna keep on doing what we doing. And what we doing is we're gonna get to these topics. So let's check them out. First and foremost, we got a Florida man scammed out of 700K. Was that for business or love? What you think, big cuz? Was it for business? Was it for business or love?
But being that you asked it, I think it probably was for love of the person business for the person that scammed them and love in his own naive way, I guess. Maybe.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe
I, I,
so.
I haven't seen it yet, so I have no idea.
I don't know. We're gonna find out though. And then we going number two. We're gonna boo to number two with Atlanta Volkswagen dealership sales car to a blind man. Times is hard out here. Car sales are down, but it seems like they'll sell it to anybody right now. It's crazy, y'all. And then moving to number three, we got a beautiful story. Um, a content creator, it's Kashmere. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that out on YouTube at YouTube. It's Kashmere, a miracle mommy. And we're gonna go check out this beautiful story because we're gonna bring y'all the BS, but we're gonna also bring y'all the God, yes. Okay. If you understand that, then you know where we at. Moving to number 4, TPS ends for Haitians, and it's not looking good. So we're gonna head to the 305 to check out a story on that. And then we got number 5, Trouble in Wakanda. The late Chadwick Boseman, y'all know from the movie Black Panther. Got some estate drama going on, and we're gonna see what's going on with that and talk about it. And then number 6, Nas, but never least, influencer and OnlyFans model Mia Ventura is back in jail. again. Crazy. And then we got some good too many mimosas for y'all. So y'all stick around and rock out with us tonight. Smash that like button. Let's go ahead and get into this first topic. Florida man scammed out of $700K. Business or love?
Yikes.
The 67-year-old says he met someone online and they built a relationship over time. He says he was convinced to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in what he thought was a real business. Calvin is in the newsroom following the story for us.
What a story this is. The victim says that he's lost about $700,000, saying that deep down he knows something isn't right, but doesn't want to believe this was all a scam.
It's hard.
For 29 years, Carl Geisler has called Jupiter home.
We call it the senior group. So we'd all meet here on a Saturday morning and shoot the breeze, and Sunday morning. And so everybody's like family.
He's built a life here filled with friends and at one point owning his own business.
But the one thing I didn't have was love.
So when he got a text from a stranger, he thought it couldn't hurt to respond.
She would talk about herself a little bit, and then I talked about myself. And so we kind of got a little relationship going.
One text turned into thousands, and for Carl, he believed he may have found the one.
Then eventually she asked me, would you like to make more money?
Over time, he says, she convinced him to invest.
He said eventually, she said, would you like to make more money?
Right. He started on that thing. Make more money.
More money.
Well, he down there in Jupiter, Florida, so that's kind of out of this world. Anyway,
man, it's sad. This sale out of this world. I ain't gonna laugh at him yet. This is bad. This is sad.
Yeah, man.
In what he believed to be great opportunities.
So I ended up putting more money into this investment because I believe from my heart that it was real, and something was telling me to take a chance with it.
He sold his house, his car, and his business. Even
something was telling them to take a chance with it, Cosees. What you think was telling them to take a chance with it?
That he never even got to see. He never even,
Oh no! How you know she ain't give him a sprinkle?
Because
a smell.
Nah, she may have gave him some pictures. And matter of fact, on the other end, it may have been Ralph instead of a future spouse. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that catfishing thing. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to a guy at work. I know we're gonna keep on going into the story.
Wow.
Talking to a guy at work. He said that he lost 60 bands in the same type of fashion.
He gave up 60 bands.
Went into his 401k yes, and then had to save his marriage because he was married.
Is it safe to say that today, in today's day, there is still a female Mac?
Yeah, but I mean, I think in these occasions, man, these are like total organizations,
So
in
you
other
think
places.
this the cartel?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
mob bosses like running a whole little computer thing. They got
Yeah.
the whole AI working and everything.
yeah, and they always have a story. If you send me this money, I can send it back, but I can't get, and then I want to come see you, but I got to get my passport straight. You got to pay for my passport, and then I'm on my way to the airport. Buy me a ticket. Then I got held up at customs. Now I need to get another ticket. So they run it up on you.
Are they running it up on you?
Not me. Not me.
Are they running it up on you, Coach?
Not me at all.
I'm just saying though. Like,
Let me tell you something.
I'm like, nah. Everything you say, I'm like, nah.
Nick,
We ain't doing that.
I'm too frugal. You know
Too
what I'm saying?
frugal.
I'm too frugal. Bro.
Salute the frugal.
Yeah.
Salute the
Captain Frugal. I'm Captain
Frugal.
Yes, sir.
Not Captain Save 'em, Captain Frugal.
You call we can talk as soon as you say something about some bread. Nah.
Yeah, they better Google that. They better Google frugal real quick.
flying to meet the woman he believes was on the other end of the phone. But then crickets.
eventually the communication got cut off. And so this is where I'm at now.
Meaning the $700,000 he thought he was investing
It's
could
gone.
be gone.
How are you?
That's terrible, man. That's terrible. That is terrible, man. I'm sorry for even, man, that's terrible. That ain't funny, bro. That
I'm
man,
just saying. I'm not laughing at him.
he lost his money and
I'm
his heart.
laughing to keep from crying because
You know what? He should have got
I'm
the too many
laughing to keep
mimosas
from
tonight.
crying.
You know what I'm saying? He's sitting in the bar.
We can't
Getting
do
drunk.
him like that. We
Yeah.
can't do him like that. He thought it was love. He thought he was gonna get some. He thought it was. That's crazy though. Like how you
Listen. So if you got money like that, I can see. I can't even see it, but I'm just going on. You know, I don't have 700,000. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you got money like that, I mean, once you get up to like 7 bands, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't seen this joint or nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can't.
So you the tricked off 7 online. That's what you're saying. That's a not you would have did that, but that's a okay trick off to be like, okay, this is getting out of hand. If he's sitting on 7, then that's just 1%. So he just like, okay, I can invest 1% in this situation to see how it come out. But if not, then
nah, man, 700.
700.
700. You know what I'm saying?
Like a 10 for 1%.
Man,
Okay.
a plane ticket. So here's the thing, man. You got
like it.
Yeah, you got to get the.
Like it,
but see, these are older people. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I don't think they're doing no confirmation. I don't think they know how to do the reverse Google search on images and stuff like that. You know, so I mean, I think there was some tools at his disposal that he didn't know he had, where he could have saved himself probably $675,000 at least.
Those is real tears he cried right there. Like, my
Man, yeah,
real
$700,000
tears.
worth. Look, his napkin ain't big enough.
His
You know
napkin
what I'm
ain't
saying?
big enough.
It ain't big enough, man.
It was a hard a while back, especially confronting before this took place.
At 67, Carl is looking for a job, a home, and a car, starting completely over. And while all of his friends tell him he was scammed, he doesn't want to believe that all could have been a lie.
Yeah, so he got rid of they wiped him out. He had his own restaurant, own business, well, his own business, and 700,000 to
Is
spend.
it they or is it a female? Is her talk game was so explicit? The pictures, because it had to be fake, because they would have been able to trace it, right?
Absolutely not. It was an organization that does these things. It's not,
because they would have had to been able to trace it,
right?
And even if they could still trace it, then if it go back to an organization, then it's just like, you're not going, you know, they may not have jurisdiction to go make the arrest. It might be just be like, man,
yeah, no, the money gone.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, you know, if it's any woman in the world that is living in any kind of poverty or broke situation, you know, and they come across a guy that got this type of money to spend, they're going to secure security. You see what I'm saying? And probably would have really gave him a chance. Like, if it's overseas like it was, you know, at the end of the day, they want to come to America.
She would have let him pull up. That's what you're saying. She
Right.
Let him pull
Right.
up.
And she would have been trying to pull up. You see what I'm saying? So
She might have been trying to get that green card, get that Trump card.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Through.
You know, he's a couple 100,000 short on that, but yeah, you know, that's what, you know, they would have done. This is an organization he got. He would never get his money back. Like you said, those are real tears. You know what I'm saying? And the egg on your face and the walk of shame that you have to do around Jupiter, and you don't want
to around Jupiter, around you. It's so
yeah. You know, so I mean, that's terrible. I feel feel bad for him. You
Do
know what I'm
you
saying?
feel bad for him? I don't
Yeah, yeah.
believe you. I don't
I feel
believe
bad for him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I have a
you.
I have a real strong dislike for scammers.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like scammers at all.
Lying ass
Yeah.
mofos. Yep.
Yeah, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like people that just take advantage of people to get out here and really, really work for their shit. And instead of you working for your own, you see somebody with theirs and oh no, I want theirs. You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with that. So yeah, I feel bad for him. But
I feel you on that, but how naive is he? Like, is that a reality check for him? Because it's like, come on, family. Like you 67, like you don't got no game. Obviously, you ain't gonna have no lady, but he had the house. He was self-sufficient. He was, you know what I'm talking about? So he could go out here and just.
Well, let me tell you something. With 700,000, he could have found a woman in Jupiter that would have,
I'm just saying he sold all of his assets just for, like that was, I don't know what they said. What could they have said in that text? Sell all your stuff and give me this and you're going to be a millionaire like tomorrow. I don't know.
They tugged on his heartstrings. And then, with the part, would you like to make more money? So it's probably something like, we got some things going on over here in the country where I'm at, where if you invest in this, your return would be great. I just don't have the money to do it. We can build a business here, there,
What I want to see is the pictures of the chick they were sending him that he thought he was going to hit. That's what I want to see. I want to see the pictures of this alleged estranged woman, because I want to see what a woman look like that'll make you sell all your stuff and just be like, here you go. Like, and you ain't even smelt her perfume.
She ain't look like nothing that you ain't never seen before. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I guarantee you, it was nice looking women walking around Jupiter that he could have, and he had the bread. So I mean, that's a heavy hit, right?
But at 67 is different. So like at 67 with the bread, you still got to have some game because you shooting at maybe 40. I mean, he ain't 700,000. He ain't hitting 25. He ain't granddaddy on some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, no, it depends on their background and how it depends on their background. I mean,
he got to be able to have some conversation. He trying to
right. And the conversation so when you're that old and you trying to shoot that young, the conversation is always going to be what you need. That's going to be the conversation. And obviously she said, I need 700,000. He said, I got you.
I'm gonna sell the ranch.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell the ranch.
They said that man ain't had no house, no car, no.
And he should have known better for his own age, because there was a song for him.
Health insurance.
There was a song for him in his younger days, and it went something like, looking for love in all the wrong places.
Looking for love in all the
yeah. And that's what happened. He done went on the internet looking for love. So.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you know what, bro? We ain't gonna we ain't gonna hold it against you, but we are gonna hold it against you.
Yeah, and Pearl, he didn't want to give you the too many mimosas. I wanted to give it to you, so
I ain't gonna give him too many mimosas because he's, we gotta respect our alias. He a senior citizen, and he was out here, man. He fumbled the bag. How you fumble your own bag like that? I could see if it was some credit.
Yeah, but did you hear the part where they said all his friends told him he was getting scammed and he didn't want to listen? Just like the guy at work that I work with, he's still showing pictures like, hey, look at. I was like, that's not real, bro. That's not a real woman. But he keep on going at it. So,
and your man gave up how much? 60 racks.
60 bands and went into his retirement to get it.
And he took a withdrawal from his future savings.
yeah. Yeah, and
for
then
his
had they
right now endeavor.
and then had they explain it to his wife. So this wasn't even a long term, you know. So it was crazy.
Dumb, 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 dumb. Yeah, but we're not gonna give him too many mimosas. We're gonna go easy on him, and go ahead and move to the second story, y'all. We're gonna head to the A-Town, Charlie, and maybe we're gonna get a new whip. I don't know, but it seemed like the dealerships are selling to us, even if we can't see. So let's go check out this story. This a bit of a story right here. We're gonna ride with this one for a minute.
That's what's happened when an elderly disabled man walked into a dealership with a bag of cash.
Now, his sister says he could have killed someone. That's why she contacted consumer investigator. Better call Harry.
I didn't know that these hearing aids had adjustment on it. Can you hear good out of that ear?
Darlene Johnson has been looking after her brother Thomas since they were kids. He is mentally disabled, but at 74, he lives on his own.
Mr. Johnson, do you like living here?
Yeah, I like living here. That's why I still live here. I walk around the complex.
He is not the kind of guy who sits around.
Watch the step there, you see it?
Yeah, I know.
He knows MARTA. He takes it everywhere. But what he really wants is to drive again. It's been years. If only his sister knew about his plan. Last October, Thomas took MARTA to a Volkswagen dealership in Union City. He'd been there before, but this time he brought a bag filled with $15,000 cash.
He brought a bag this time.
You know,
he brought a bag this time. He was scoping out the lot, trying to
so here, one of the things that I see about this that I don't like about it is that they put that on it, that he's walking around with that much cash as a blind man. You know,
he made it to his destination. He was smooth with it.
Right. But everybody know that he got cash on hand. You know what I'm saying? And he's a blind man.
Not no more. His baby sis is in there now taking care of things. Yeah, because she the one who probably brought this to the news. Like, man, you see how they doing? Because she like, sure, we try and get a bigger bag. And when you'll understand it as we go. Let's go with it though. But because think about this though, he's 74. He left the house with 15 racks, made it to the dealership, and copped the whip.
Didn't see that coming.
It was successful. It was a successful mission.
Money he'd saved working at McDonald's and other jobs.
And I like the car too.
Thomas says the salesman picked the car, a 2013 Mini Cooper with only 42,000 miles. The price? $14,100.
Total exploitation. Unscrupulous. Immoral.
That is his sister's opinion. You have to see what made her furious.
Mr. Johnson, this is the contract that you signed. Can you read any of this contract for me? Did you read it before?
Why he acting like he reading?
I have trouble seeing. I still have trouble seeing a little bitty stuff, you know.
The news petty for doing this, right?
I'm seeing little bitty stuff.
The news so petty for doing that, but
it's called. That's what we see too. It's called the fine print, sir. You got to read it.
The news is so petty for doing this to this brother, man.
I think they're actually making his case to be they're making the case, like he.
I mean, he got a diagnosis. It's medical evidence. So like,
right, but the salesman don't know he blind when he walked through there because it looked like he's partially blind. He's not always blind. So
okay.
There's no way that he didn't walk in there with a stick. Like.
So you would have sold him a whip.
If he didn't say that he was blind and I'm the salesman, he would have left up out of there with a whip.
That's all right. Let's get to that.
Thomas is totally blind in his left eye. And his sister says he can barely see out of his right eye. These are all the documents he had to sign: the bill of sale, the odometer disclosure, and an aftermarket anti-theft warranty.
Because he wrote Thomas. Did he even?
He wrote it. You see how crooked it was?
It wasn't even a signature.
I know, but he had it. He can only see out of one eye, so he like this. So when he wrote it, it went up. Yeah.
It's at an angle.
And look, he looking at one. He looking at the contract with one eye. You
He's
see
looking at it. Look how he looking at it. You the sold him. You a dirty car salesman.
Man, he wrote his name on it, Thomas. You came in there with a bag of cash, man. You know,
So you had to get that commission, huh?
well, if he didn't say, if he would have been like, "Yo, I'm blind," you know what I'm saying? I need you to read me the contract. But here's the thing: you can't. If they didn't sell him the car, you know, and he was legitimately trying to buy a car for a niece or somebody or a daughter or a son,
That's different. No.
at the end of the day, they could have said that was discrimination.
Just wait. You right. They could have did that. Just wait though. You're gonna get the answers to all of that.
I can see where I signed my name down there.
Where'd you sign your name?
I think
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, where I signed my name right there.
It's all the way at the bottom of the.
He ain't
It's
even
not-
pointing to the right side of the paper, cuz. Come on, man.
But it looked like he signed all the way on the bottom.
Print on
under
the page, okay? Can you read that right there?
Thomas could not identify the dealership's logo, Heritage Volkswagen. That's where we went.
I'm Harry Samler, actually.
Oh, yes, sir.
We found the salesman who not only sold.
Look, that's your twin right there that sold him the jump.
I thought the same thing. I said, damn, why he look like, you know, damn near like I would be looking
That's
up
your
there.
twin right there. Twin. What up, twin?
Oh man,
That's who done sold it to him, cuz.
that's crazy.
That's who sold it to him, man. That's your twin. Look, now you want to cut that beard and you want to shave your face right now.
Nah, man. Nah. I would, you know, I got
shave your face.
I would have been like, is he enjoying his car?
Man. It just gets crazier.
Thomas the car, he and a co-worker drove him home in it.
When you got the car,
So
you sold him the whip.
Nah, and because you knew he couldn't drive it, you drove him
knew
home.
he couldn't see. You and a coworker, y'all both drove him to the crib.
No, that ain't right.
He was that cool. He came in there with a bag of cash and said, "Man, I can't even see, but I want to drive something. Y'all put me."
Now at that point, it's predatory. Yeah, at that point, it's predatory. You know.
He just that's that cool, that smooth. He walked in there, bag of cash. Look, man, I can't see nothing. Okay, I could barely see out my right eye. I'm blind in my left eye. But look, Georgia, crazy.
back here, did you try and drive it around the parking lot?
I sure did. And did it when I started to get the hang of the car. See, I drove a car in about 5 years.
But I'm just trying to understand, like, why someone would sell a car to someone who clearly can't drive.
So, yeah, and let me explain it. So let me refresh myself so I won't misrepresent.
The salesman politely asked us to come inside to pull up the file.
He need to refresh himself, you know, so he don't misrepresent. All right, go ahead, represent, cuz.
I could tell immediately when I met with him that there was
these talents to whatever extent.
Right.
But give me a second.
Okay.
I want to have a conversation. I would love to have a conversation.
Okay.
And that's where our conversation ended.
I would love to have the conversation.
But I'm going to the back door right now.
When he exited stage left.
Yeah, he went to go talk to the GM. The GM said, "Nah, cut that short, you know. Because you might be out of a job."
Legal expert says it is not cut and dried. Mr. Johnson had the means, and he renewed his driver's license in 2021. Under Georgia law, he is competent.
Look like it might rain.
Once you are
So if you ever need a driver's license
Go
and
to
you
Georgia.
blind in one eye and you could barely see out your other eye, just go to Georgia.
But see, but they said he renewed it in 2021. He said he haven't drove in 5 years, so he renewed it right before whatever happened. So his license was still good. So when you present it to the car dealership like, hey, you got a good license. I don't think you can drive, but the state say you can drive, so I'm gonna sell you the car. You know, and I think that,
Look, you still trying to get that commission. You trying to help your twin out.
yeah, man, yeah. You know, I mean, Mr. What's his name?
No, he should have never told. He should have said, "Look, man, I'm gonna put you in the car and I'm gonna take you home." You know what I'm saying? Because I can't sell you nothing. And you got 15,000, man. Somebody will rob you out here. I know you smooth. You know, made it in here trying to do your move, but I'm gonna get you to the crib, OG, pops.
Listen,
I'm gonna
he
get
said he drove around the parking lot to get the hang of it, man. You know,
man, come on, man. And I'm gonna, you know, can't do this though. Like, and I ain't even gonna be the one that, you know, to have us all over the news like this now.
but I think the guilt is when they drove him home, and then the reinsurance of the guilt is when I would love to have a conversation. I'll be back, but don't never come back. Yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
Kind of. It's being very kind.
18 years old, you are legally competent adult. You are competent to contracts. You are responsible for your actions, be they civil or criminal, unless and until a court takes that away from you.
Aaron Willoughby is an attorney who spent 18 years interpreting contracts for people with limited education.
Blind people buy houses. Blind people buy cars for their children. What I think the argument is that allowing someone with a severe visual impairment to sign a document when it is obvious that they do not know what they are signing.
Yeah, we walk back around there.
She also brings up liability. What if he hurt himself or someone else? 2 weeks later, he went back to the dealership for help with insurance coverage. After that,
and he went back and said, "Look, man, I need some insurance."
It's crazy.
You know, he done built up his confidence, man. He like, man, I done drove around the parking lot. I'm getting good. I think I'm ready for the road. Let me put it out there and let me make sure I'm right. Because if I get pulled over, man, I ain't got no time to be playing around with the law.
Bro, but you know, in the city, we rode the bus a lot. And you see some crazy stuff on the bus. And he got tired of the bus, man. He got tired of riding that damn bus, man.
That's the truth.
You know, so he, you know, and then the sister found out. She probably was like, why is he not calling me, asking me for no ride or nothing no more? You know what I'm saying? But
That's true.
I don't think he ever made it out the parking lot.
Alone, we used to ride. I think I was riding the bus alone in the second grade. How old folks is in second grade? Second or third grade?
6, 7.
Yeah, I was on the bus riding the bus alone, 6, 7.
7 years old. Yeah, you know, but I wondered when he was asking about the insurance, did he drive the car up there?
How he got there?
How did he get there?
He pulled up to get this show. He said, "Man, let me pull back in here. I need some insurance." And look, they probably gave some insurance too, man. It seemed like they was rocking with him, but baby sis wasn't having it though. That's what it seemed like.
Look, now sis was surprised that he had all that damn money. That's what that was.
That's what you think.
Nigga, you got 15,000
in the closet,
in the bag. You walking around.
I just asked you for $300 the other day, and you ain't even say
you said I ain't got it. I didn't have it.
I didn't have it. I'm trying to ride.
Right.
Since you don't understand it. What's up, bud?
What up, bud?
Shout out to lovely ATV in the chat. Man. That's crazy. Let's go ahead and close this one out.
Sister went to the dealership ready for battle. Ooh, and she recorded it.
Came in here.
was coherent. We talked about options. He told me what he wanted in the car. He said he could see better when he got his glasses. I believe him.
Okay, you can say what you want to. You know, shut up. You know that he's mentally disabled. You can't talk to him and not know that he has an issue.
Heritage offered to buy the car back for $4,800 and then increased it to $6,500. Remember, he paid $14,100. That's a $7,600 loss.
And everywhere he goes, they're taking advantage of him. You know, how dare they take this money?
Look, I'm hoping someday this eye get better, you know, while I can. I had a dream last night, this eye got better. I hope it do somehow get better, you know?
After our visit to the dealership,
At this time, all I can do is ask that you guys start recording and leave.
we received a call from the general manager. He agreed to meet with Darlene and her brother to work out a solution they can clearly agree on.
I said, what a life, you know, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We don't make mistakes, we ain't human.
Do you feel like this was a mistake?
Yeah, I figured I made a mistake when I bought the car.
Straight like that. We all make mistakes. We all human.
Yeah, but I'm 4,500 is crazy. That's crazy work. We'll buy it back from you for 4,500 and turn around, put it back in the lot and sell it for 15 again.
Yeah, that's why we had to do Volkswagen like that. That's why we ain't put it on, bruh, on the old head, you know, 74 years old. Like our fathers at that age, you know, on the elder. We ain't put it on him because you know, like it's a different story. You got a 74-year-old trying to get back on the road. And then you got a 67-year-old. Then you got a 67-year-old getting scammed,
catfished and scammed.
You know what I'm talking about? So it's like we got to put that on Volkswagen, man. Like, and you said you would sell him a whip when he walked through the door, though. Cold, cold, man. Cold-blooded.
I probably would have been the one that sold him a whip.
For real, that's
great. Because he came in there with a valid driver's license, and he walked in there by himself and didn't have to have any aid to use a stick or anything, and he came in there with 15 racks in the bag.
He wasn't looking handicapped.
No, you know,
and
I probably
prepared.
he came prepared with everything he needed. You know, now when he went to go look at the paper like this, then I probably would have been like, oh, you know what? I think something wrong. Let me get my manager. You know what I mean? But just like the lady said,
your manager would have been like, go with the play. How much you got in that bag?
Well, it would have been documented that I asked my manager first.
We're gonna read for him.
Right.
If he's committed to getting them, let's put him in something. What do we got on the lot? What is he interested in?
Right. But and I think the red flag was when he wrote out his first name. You know, when he wrote out his first name in print, I was like, oh, okay, something ain't right here. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, it's messed up the buyback amount. You know, they should have just went ahead and refunded him his bread, period, all the way around. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real, because, man, all money ain't good money. It seems like that ain't how it's going in today's society.
Right.
But, you know, that used to be a rule of thumb, but, man, shout out to Pop, though, trying to get back on the road.
He was on a mission, man. I applaud his willingness to just go for it. You know what I'm saying? He went for it.
Hey, he had his money right and his mind right. He was ready for it. He said, hopefully this I get better. I know how he feel about that, though.
He said, I had a dream it got better. Okay, Mark.
I got better. That's how he finessed them niggas to sell him the car, man. He was complicit in that. I don't think
they didn't. He ain't finessed them, man. Car sales dealership, man. They some grimy people.
You think so? I think he wanted it, though. I think I think even if they was hesitant, I gotta say, like, You know, he was a cool old timer, man. He probably was like, look, man, let me get back behind the road, man. Let me get back on the ride. You know, I'm trying to go and get me. They probably had all types of conversations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't talk about that because baby
Listen,
sis was
let me
like,
tell you something.
baby sis was like, when you talk to him, you can't tell he got mental problems.
Any regular car
Everybody say
dealership,
that about me.
if you walk into any regular car dealership in the
That's
country,
crazy.
any regular car dealership in the country, when I say regular, I mean, you know, nothing exotic. But you walk in Toyota for a Honda, any of them places with a bag of 15 grand, at that point, with the cash, they don't even care about your credit right then and there. You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
even care about your credit.
They're
Right?
not gonna let you leave with that money. They're gonna give you the car that you want. They're gonna give you a high ass interest rate. And
No interest rate. He bought it cash, 14-1 out the door.
Right. Yeah. So that was for that particular car because they knew that they couldn't finance him because he probably didn't have, you know, good credit or something like that. So they couldn't finance for nothing
Wasn't
higher.
trying to get financed. He was trying to slide.
He was trying to slide, and they won't let him slide with that bag of money. They won't let him slide with that.
And they
You know
did
what I'm
not
saying?
do that.
You know, and if he did slide with the bag of money, trust and believe somebody probably would have been on the phone and be like, "Hey, nigga walking down the street got 15 racks in his bag. You know, so he'll never see you coming."
Because they was already trying to swindle him out his 15 bands, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So might as well call your man. You Cold Caesars. Y'all better watch out for Cold Caesar. Cold Caesar said if he at the job and he can't send you and he can't sell him the whip, then he gonna call his man. And then he so you gonna get that 15 bands either way it go.
Yep, I'm gonna be like, hey Pearl, he on his way out the door right now.
Pearl. You know what you gonna get.
The number you have reached is no longer in service.
It's no longer in service. I'm trying to tell you. But shout out to them though, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump to this next one we got going on. Oh yeah. Oh, we got a beautiful story. Y'all changing pace, man. Content creator, it's Kashmere, a miracle mommy. We're gonna go and check out her story, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful story. Let's go ahead and jump into this.
On an ordinary Tuesday,
Zenova.
In an extraordinary life. Kashmere Culberson has no arms.
Yeah.
Yet motherhood is no problem.
You change the diapers, you feed her, you
Change
put her to bed, you wake her up, you do all the things, fix her hair.
Fix her hair, everything. Get her dressed, feed her, change her, or play with her, you know, just everything.
Kashmere was born different.
So we're gonna make her a bottle. Let me dry off my toes.
But just like little Zenova, Cash was born into love. Love instilled confidence and inspired a life that's been absolutely limitless. She's an entrepreneur.
What's up, Cash Crew? It's Kashmere back with another video.
A content creator with hundreds of thousands of followers.
Come on.
And now,
If you ain't following, go make sure y'all follow. For sure. Even if you don't follow me, make sure y'all follow It's Kashmere. For sure.
she's a mom to a healthy, happy baby girl. Much of this is instinct. The rest is improvising.
Go Zenova. Go Zenova.
And that's parenthood for everyone.
You are a completely independent, strong woman who believes nothing is impossible.
All right.
How did you get to that place?
I believe I've been at that place my whole life. And thank you to my parents, but they treated me regularly, normal.
That's a delivery all night.
I ain't gonna lie, you know I gotta tease a bit because we love you. Foot in the refrigerator though, foot in the ice box is something is different. That one right there.
You need to cut that shit out, man.
That one right there, that's different.
Listen,
that's different. Like I'm look, all love, baby. I would have did that with my arms though, and probably got punched in the head or something.
We just said open the refrigerator up too many times.
Open the refrigerator up too many times, you know what I'm saying? And try to stick my, because somebody, what if that was a challenge? That might have been a new challenge.
Man, dad probably said, hey, go in there and get me a beer. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Someone, when you have a child like that, you have to challenge them so they can be their best. You want something out of the refrigerator, go in there and get it. Figure it out. Because this is your life. This is what it's going to be. You
Talk about it, Dad. And that's what she doing.
Me regularly normal.
That's a delivery I'll never forget.
Kashmir came into this world at Methodist Medical Center in Dallas in 1997.
It was a shock to all of us. I had never delivered a baby that did not have arms.
Rose Krause was a nurse then.
Oh my gosh,
and now. She not only delivered Kashmir, but helped Kashmir deliver 28 years later.
You say you're one.
Are you one?
Kashmir spent 2 months in this room trying to prevent a premature birth. This hospital became home.
Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
And the staff became family.
I took my maternity pictures.
You did it here, right?
It turned out so pretty.
Caregivers often connect with those they care for, but reconnecting is rare.
People don't realize, how much these patients touch us, and we always want to know, how they're doing and what their life is like. And to know that she was starting her family was the best thing ever.
What Nurse Rose wanted more than 2 decades ago for her remarkably special patient, they all now want for this remarkably special girl.
Oh, and I knew coming from the family that you came from, just that things were going to be okay.
Yeah.
But just to see that and to know that your life was okay, that meant so much to me.
I'm your mommy. I tell you what to do. She's like an angel sent from heaven. Sorry.
Born to one extraordinary mom.
I want her to be as independent as me. Everybody have a hard life and everybody have different challenges, but you're strong and tough when you can get through it.
Yeah.
Straight like that. But you strong and tough when you can get through it. And if it's Kashmir, it's _Kashmir can do it, then what? Then WTF is your excuse. That's what we got for that. You know what I'm saying? We love that. We see you, boo. We subscribing to the channel and all that. Link is going to be in the description to all that. To her.
That's amazing. And I bet she drive too.
And everything. I don't know, but she ain't got no excuses though.
Nah. She
ain't no limits. Ain't no limit.
She making it happen.
And she out here creating content, doing what she gotta do. Shout out to them, and they're a beautiful couple. You know what I'm saying? She can keep a man.
Mm-hmm.
And she ain't even got no hands. What's your excuse? That's all I'm saying.
Man, right. Leave that right there. Why you doing that, man?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause I love this, because women be making excuses. You don't know, on the Love Speak, y'all, we do that Saturdays at 10 p.m. live. You know what I'm saying? We be talking about that, and it be some stuff going on where women be like, I can't keep a dude, and they can't get a dude, and they can't this, and they can't that. And we see a woman like this, and I know people go through things psychologically, you know what I'm saying, and mentally, but I'm just like, damn, she got a whole situation, a physical disability that ain't stopping her.
But at the same time, I think, on the flip side, you ask, what's the excuse for, not keeping a man? I also think that she found a good man. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't just trying to.
So it's not a lot of good men out here.
I think I'm a good man. I know there's a lot of dirt bags out here. So but it's not all on the women. and it's not all on the men.
So it ain't a lot of dirtbag chicks out here too.
Absolutely, it is. It's both.
Okay.
It's both. It goes both ways.
Okay,
It goes
there
both
it
ways.
is. Or dirtbag, non-gender, non-binary, dirtbag humans.
There's a lot. There's a ton of.
Okay.
There's a ton of them. So
that's all I'm saying. So when we pointing out the women and the men, and we point out who be complaining and stuff like that, it's a whole thing on social media. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole narrative. It's a whole,
now the man bashing on social media from women is crazy.
And I'm just saying, it's some sisters out here that's complaining about something, but they ain't checked themselves. And I'm just saying, if this beautiful sister in her capacity from birth, okay, done put it together, what's your excuse? What's your excuse?
Yeah, man.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, you can step your game up. It's not to talk down, it's to say you can step your game up. You can be a better version of yourself. That's all it looks like. That's all it is.
Man, this is a crazy show, bro.
Yeah. That's what we do. We do. It's brunch with the fellas, man. We got mimosas.
Listen, we got old people getting scammed. We got blind men buying cars, girls with no arms and their feet in the refrigerator. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, we got scrimp and grits. We got bacon, different types of, but we got beef bacon, pork bacon, turkey bacon, whatever you want. We got a carving station over here. We got the whole gamut. Okay. What you want?
That's a beautiful story with Miss Kashmere, man.
Shout out to her and her beautiful family, and the link will be in the description if y'all want to go over there and subscribe to her channel for sure. Man, then we're gonna head to the 305 because we got TPS ends for Haitians, and it's not looking good. It is just not looking good. Sapase.
Well, it's temporary. It is say temporary, but I ain't do that. Let's hear the story.
Look, there you go. You sound like them folks.
Nah, I don't. I don't want this to happen.
Protected status ended for hundreds of thousands of Haitians right now living in the United States. And here in South Florida, communities are already starting to feel the effects. Local 10's Magdala Luisan live in Little Haiti with details on this. Magdala.
Yeah, Louis, tonight we are hearing from restaurant owners, specifically the owner of Chef Creole, who tells us that he lost 4 employees who were TPS holders.
Man, shout out to Chef Creole. I used to live right there, Sable Palm. They call it Design Place, 54th and the Cane. You know what I'm talking about. If you did, Little Haiti.
Wilkinson Sejour is the owner and chef behind the Haitian restaurant Chef Creole. He tells Local 10 4 employees quit since their work permits expired under the end of Haitian TPS.
They say, boss, the way this administration is doing business, they don't care about the rule of law. They just care about their agenda. And I'm not going to be embarrassed. I'm not going to be looking like a criminal in front of people. It's very embarrassing. So they're out of here. They're gone.
It's been a few days since more than 300,000 Haitian nationals lost their legal right to live and work in the United States. Now they face possible deportation to a country still grappling with widespread gang violence.
How you get sent back to a country where the American embassy is saying, do not go over there.
Archbishop of Miami, Thomas Wensky, is back from Washington, D.C., where he lobbied, trying to convince senators to pass a House bill that would extend TPS protections for Haitian nationals for 3 more years.
They were not very optimistic about the possibilities of the Senate passing the bill that was referred to them from the House. But I told them, I said, listen, that bill that came out of the House of Representatives on a discharge petition was a minor miracle, and we're here to ask them to help make a major miracle.
While Wensky continues to push for a legislative solution, Chef Creole is already preparing for an impact.
My cost of labor is supposed to be at 23.5%. Now it's going to go maybe the 27%, maybe 28%. So my net profit's going to be smaller. How am I going to mitigate that? My prices on my goods are going to have to go up. So everyone is going to feel it.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna feel it.
Yeah. I think is. I mean, I honestly think is wrong on many levels.
With
You know,
the ending of the TPS.
yes. Just so abruptly and across the board. It's not a process of elimination. You know, it's just across the board. Like, hey, it's over. Everybody got to go. And then they're gonna drop him off. What's his name? Hamburger.
Who hamburger?
Um,
Hamburger. Who
over
hamburger?
there, the dude that's running Haiti right now.
Barbecue, man. Don't do
Barbecue,
that.
barbecue. I knew it was someone on the grill. I knew it was someone on the grill. In other words, they cook. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue. I knew it, yeah. But I knew it was something on the grill. My bad. I didn't pull up no notes. I'm just seeing this for the first time. So,
Hamburger.
But
I'm
you
like,
knew who I was talking about.
hamburger. I did, but I wanted to act like I ain't know who you was talking about.
You was gonna do me like that, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna do you.
You hamburger? Who?
Hamburger. I'm like,
Yeah, excuse me, my bad. Barbecue.
Yeah,
So now that,
dude name, man.
listen, the only reason I said that, I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just trying to think of it quick enough. But
No,
yeah,
it's funny
barbecue.
though. You don't got cop. No,
You know.
he ain't gonna come get you.
Oh no, I ain't worried about barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But now they're gonna get dropped off to barbecue, and they might be barbecued. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
that's
at
not
the-
true.
At the end of the day, I just don't like how it's being done. You know what I'm saying? Temporary protective status has been around for a long time. It never was just temporary. It was temporary for the segue and the gateway
Never
for
was temporary. It's called temporary. What you
right,
talking about?
right, but it was temporary to segue over into getting your status, so that you can get your stuff straight. So they gave them temporary protective status. It's been people on temporary protective status for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So
If you get it though, yeah.
if you get it, so right, so the process, that's the process. But to do that, and then when you look at it in a whole, with ICE originally going after people of Spanish descent or whatever, of Latin descent,
Latinos,
and
Latinos,
right,
Latinas.
and now they want to go after the Haitians. Who's left? Who's next? You see what I'm saying? So I just think
I don't know what's the eye. What's the eye?
I just think it's
what your eyes are saying.
I think it's shit rolling downhill to where they're gonna start fucking with us next. You know what I'm saying? So
They been fucking with us. What are you talking about?
yeah,
How
but I
long
think
you
that
been a black African American.
right. But I think
First you was a Negro, then first you was the N word, then you was a Negro, then you was a black man, now you African American. So like that ain't funk woodable enough.
Right. No. What I'm saying is that they're going to start, they're getting all those people out the way. It's like right now, they like, oh, we got to do all this, do all that, but when they get rid of everybody they want to get rid of, who they gonna turn on next? They turn on us. You know what I'm saying? And
turn on y'all.
and then the next thing you know, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's get them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because what they've been saying for years and years, go back to Africa.
The only way I go up out of here is in death. That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's
And I think the majority of us stand on that right there, that part. So they try to move like that. It will be a lot of carnage in the streets. But
are you ready? Do you really want that? Is that what you're ready for? You're not ready. You don't.
No, I don't want that at all. I want us to be good. You know what I'm saying? I want the whole country to be good.
Like this is what I'm thinking. Okay. A lot of people say it ain't jobs. Okay. Well, maybe some of those jobs from this is how I'm looking at it from a positive perspective. Okay. A lot of people say it ain't jobs. We do know in American culture, it's a lot of young people that done went to college and now they got to work retail. Okay. We do know it's a lot of firings happening with the AI revolution. Okay. And so people are going to have to, retrain themselves or go into different career fields. All right. So I'm saying, like, since the Haitian people don't be in the streets rioting with the black rights folks, okay, since the Haitian community was not pissed off when they said like we ain't giving black folks nothing for reparations at all, and they wasn't affected by that. They like, well, we don't care. We in America. We just, whatever we can get over here, we good with it. Okay. That's their history. That's not our history. Okay. Even though they have a slave history and a emancipation history, they got they've been dealing with that for a long time with their debt to France and all that. If people want to go and check the backstory on that. Okay. But I'm saying, okay, instead of worrying about, oh, maybe they're coming after us next, I'm like, well, look at all the other stuff that's freeing up. How about maybe we take that mindset and be like, okay, well, if this person loses a job, that means that's a job open for somebody else to do. But a lot of them other jobs, where we get this thing of lazy black Americans, this whole mindset, this lazy black narrative, right? It's like, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't going to go pick no peaches.
Well, that's not lazy black Americans. That's Americans. That's Americans, period.
Man,
that's Americans, period. That's not just lazy black Americans.
Well, I'm only talking about the black Americans. I ain't talking about, you're right. I ain't getting American black and white right now. I'm saying
you are though. You are. You just did.
But no, but I didn't include the white kids. I ain't include them. I'm only talking about specifically the black people that, when you said, to your point was, are they coming after us next? Because they're not coming after the white kids next, right? But if we, okay, all right then. So in that theoretical. So if they ain't coming up after the white kids, then I'm saying what black kids' options are, looking at the spectrum, is like, okay, well, I got somewhere I can go make some money. I ain't got to trap. I ain't got to twerk. I ain't got to be on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can do whatever they do to get paper though. I don't knock nobody hustle. Whatever you doing, if you doing that and you ain't hurting nobody and you making money, okay, cool. The moral thing, we could talk about that on another show. But I'm just saying, like, these are still industries that need people to fill these positions. And we could say, okay, because black people collectively don't run no particular industry, right, as a workforce or as a ownership, or from an ownership perspective.
But when you look at the Haitian community, now when you say it frees up a lot of stuff, frees up a lot of jobs, the Haitian community kind of operates like the Chinese community, like the Jewish community. They work within their own circle, and they build their own thing. Right. They stick together. Now, one thing about it is we don't stick together like that. But at the end of the day, when you free up,
today's the day.
When you free up the Haitian industries, when you free up what the Haitians got going on, it's not going to open up jobs for other people. What it's going to do is going to just dismantle the operations that the Haitians have going on in the United States, because they already don't hire too much outside of their lineage.
That's racist. That's not true. If people go and look for them jobs, then bro wouldn't be if bro chooses to hire Haitians because he in South Florida. He started Chef Rio in South Florida, and it's a section of town called Little Haiti.
Yeah.
So in having that, people will come over to, I've been involved in that whole repatriation, extradition, intervention process. Like, physically, I did that. Okay, that was, Coast Guard, retired. We did that. So I understand that, like, why, because I have a problem with the fact that, like, we don't have, to your point, Chinatown, Little Haiti. What's the other one you said? Like Little Odessa.
Jewish people.
Like over there in Brooklyn, saying East New York type, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have those areas, like that was Black Wall Street, where you could say, oh, that's all African Americans over there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go over there, you're gonna get this, like we don't have that no more. We stopped doing that.
Tulsa, Lake Lanier. But we didn't just stop doing it. It was
we stopped doing it.
We didn't stop doing it. Each one of those things were either bombed, flooded out, or was a massacre.
And that's true, right? So once that happened, we said, all right, we ain't gonna do that no more. So we stopped doing it.
So, and this right here is like the Haiti massacre.
So I ain't
like
talking about, but they not getting massacred. They just
Nah,
getting sent back to their country.
Yeah, they're not getting massacred in the sense of like the way they did us, but it's still cleansing, ethnic like cleansing of.
Is it ethnic cleansing?
Yes, because it's only for one type of people. They're ending protective status for Haitians. They're not ending protective status for white South Africans. You see what I'm saying? They're just ending it.
They African Americans. They the real African Americans.
I ain't doing this. I'm not doing this shit with you. I'm not doing this with you.
They the real African Americans. Why would you end protective status for African American?
a real African American.
A real African American. Yeah.
Right. You crazy.
I know, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's love and peace to all the Haitian, to the whole Haitian community, man. Stop out say, and we got prayers with you, man. We don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I do have a solution. If it's 300,000 of y'all, okay, and y'all put $1,000 every single Haitian, you unify, you keep that unity aspect, and you put $1,000 each individual. Now that's each individual 300,000. If it's children and you have more, then put up that for your family if you can. All right, but at least at the minimum of 300,000, $1,000 a piece, that's $30 million. If you all pool that and manage that correctly, y'all can go back to Haiti and create something for yourselves. Because that's
or put the money into we'll put the money into lobbying.
No, do not put the money into lobbying. Okay.
Yeah.
Coach is trying to get somebody paid over here who ain't gonna do nothing for you. The verdict is in, family.
Right now, the government is bought and paid for. Democrat, Republican.
It's not gonna happen. I don't care if they take the 1,000 and give it to a lobbyist. Guess what? It's not gonna happen because they already made it law. It's already expired. Everybody already signed off of it. The minority Democrats in the House, whether they wanted it to happen or not, it happened. Those that signed, those that didn't sign, the majority Senate.
Or you can get a gold card. Get you a Trump gold card. You can stay.
We're talking about poor people, okay?
Yeah. And you're telling them to raise $330 million.
And I'm saying,
and then they're gonna go back to Haiti and do what? And barbecue gonna take it from them? I'm
saying stick together. Okay, first, because power's in numbers. 300,000 is our army. Okay, definitely. especially of people that's saying we refuse to get treated any type of fucking way. Okay, they ain't gonna be able to do that over here because we army strong. We got the National Guard now. You gonna get we got customs and everything. They get in the boot. Okay, it's already in law. Whether we could disagree about who in charge or not, we ain't in control of it. You ain't gonna change it, at least for the next few years till Trump gone. Okay, so right now, even the damage that can occur, even between now and the time that he's actually before it's a new president in there, they can still get 300,000 people gone. Look how many people they got gone with the first wave with the Venezuelan and the Argentinian and the MS and this and all
the Spanish people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like
now they're going after the Haitian people and they're gonna have a group next. Oh, they want the Somalis gone too. That's what they want.
You know, so I'm just like, so at the end of the day, what is a positive solution is them to continue that unity and pool their resources. And a stack is easy to get. That ain't nothing. A stack is easy to get. And you talking about pooling it, they just need to have the right people that's in place to manage the money. And they have to all be on the same accord. That may be a tough ask. It may sound wow for African Americans because we don't stick together. We treat each other like trash and we don't, you know what I'm saying? And because of this American culture. All right. But for them, like you said already, what do? They stick together. They have their own communities, like who? Like the Jewish people, like the Indian people, like the Asian people, right? Okay, then. So that's what I'm saying. If they do that, that's just a little jewel. It's a shake them up, shake them, roll them in a circle of homies and watch me break them. If they put it together, then they could weather the storm. If not, then I don't know.
And that's one thing. And with that point being said, that's one thing that I do notice. It seems like they're going after the communities that are not American that stick together. They want to break. They want to break those. They want to put some, break the links in that chain.
I don't know, but they got to go. You know what I'm saying? That's the law. I'm not happy about it, but like I already said, if I got some Haitian friends, which I do, and you need to come stay by Pearl, you already know what to do. So that's what we doing. But if
and Frank,
what's their name? Secret Service. What's their name? Who's the people at the airport? The TPS and TSA.
Yeah.
Who's the other ones?
Customs.
Customs, yeah. If CBP come to my front door, you know what I'm saying? They will take you into custody with no incident. Trust and believe. That's just how it go. Like, it's just, they found you. No Anne Frank.
No, you ain't gonna be up in my attic.
No Anne Frank. They found you, but you had a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to send you some money. You know what I'm saying? Help you out how we can help you on your journey. But yeah, it's cold like that. But let's move now to Trouble in Wakanda, the late Chadwick Boseman's estate drama.
Days after the late Black Panther actor's brothers, Derek Boseman and Kevin Boseman, filed a lawsuit on behalf of their parents, Leroy Boseman and Carolyn Boseman, to suspend and remove Chadwick's widow, Taylor Simone Ledward, as the administrator of his estate, Derek and Kevin are explaining the reason why. The brothers say in a July 23rd statement to People magazine, "For years, our parents have sought clarity regarding matters connected to the estate of our brother, Chadwick Boseman, including his intellectual property and legacy. This action was filed on behalf of and with the authority of our parents, Leroy and Carolyn Boseman, who assigned their respective interests in the estate to Boseman Family, LLC." According to Derek and Kevin, their family was, quote, unaware until recently that nearly 4 years after the court's October 4th, 2022 order for final distribution, the administrator had not closed the probate estate. They continue, "Our petition seeks enforcement of the court's order and the relief requested in the filing. Because this matter is now before the court, we will respect the legal process while remaining focused on the facts set forth in the petition." E-News has reached out to reps for Derek and Kevin as well as to Taylor's attorneys for comment, but has not heard back. The family's lawsuit comes nearly.
What you think? Cuz do you think the brothers just mad because they ain't getting no money?
Nah, I don't think it's about that. I think that, like they said, they filing on behalf of the parents as well. And I think that his wife probably went radio silence on the family after his death. That's what I think.
Radio silence?
Yeah. Yeah, not speaking to them, not, just not doing the way, just not moving how he moved when he was alive. And I think she got her bag, got his bag, their bag, and just cut off all ties. That's what I'm seeing, And then when they speak about intellectual properties, they got there's a whole lot of money still coming in, just off merch from it, streaming, and all that stuff like that, and they probably just not seeing nothing at all. His death wasn't. He knew that he was sick and he knew that he was dying, and I believe that at the end of the day, that if the family really, I I think he should have had something in writing to make sure that his family was good. But if he didn't have nothing in writing, his and that was his wife, she has every right to cut and run. So
That's what I'm saying. He picked who he wanted to have the money.
right. So I think it's a battle that they're going to end up winning because that was literally his wife. Now his children, if they have children together, may have but then they'll be fighting their mom. So I mean, it's
Nah, they ain't had no jits. It's just him and her.
Yeah.
Let's play the rest of the tape though. You got some good points though.
Only 6 years after Chadwick died of colon cancer at the age of 43. In documents obtained by E! News, the Boseman brothers alleged that Taylor had not properly distributed his assets, including more than $3.8 million in cash and other assets, despite the 2022 court order to distribute 25% of his estate to each of Chadwick's parents. Kevin and Derek also alleged in their filing that Taylor failed to fully account for the late Oscar nominee's assets, noting his estate includes more assets such as royalties and residuals, image and intellectual property rights, real property, a previously undisclosed bank account, and other personal property. The filing stated these rights properly belong to decedent's heirs, but are ostensibly managed by Chadwick Boseman, Inc., a corporate entity completely controlled by Taylor and through which she continues to profit from decedent's fame.
Yeah,
According to the suit, Kevin and Derek claim that Chadwick's
You said that's a problem. Why is that a problem?
Because if 50%, 25% is supposed to go to both of the parents, and whoever else he had in his will, and she's one of the people, she should not be one of the people managing it. It should be a third party managing it, to make sure that it still goes the way it goes, because the 25% payout is not just the 25% payout of what he had at the time, but it still goes with the gross of the intellectual properties and all that stuff. So as that stuff grows, they still supposed to get a 25% kickback from every dollar.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't think she got the mindset to manage it though?
I don't know her. I just know that I know that is a conflict.
No,
that-
but no. Because come on, if she is the person who the paperwork say supposed to manage it, right? Why is that a conflict? It's only messed up if she not doing it. But if she doing it, then it ain't no conflict, right?
But that's the reason why we're running this story, because apparently she's not doing it. So they gotta assign a special counsel to manage it. The special counsel has to be assigned to manage it if she's not kicking out the money that has already been ordered by the judge to kick out in the tune of $3 million, and that's still growing.
Right. I mean, that is still growing, but I mean, you can't distribute anything until you sell, right?
No. These are like the undisclosed bank account, the intellectual properties, whatever merch may still be being sold, the profit on streams and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's reoccurring. It just keep coming and coming and coming. You see what I'm saying? That's why
I don't think we got to that yet though. I don't think we got to the reoccurring stuff yet though. What I'm thinking is that right now what they just said is like currently that's what the estate was. The estate had what they say that the estate had man, we went too far back. Yeah, they said they had 3 million. There we go, 240,000, something like that.
Yeah, so the 3 million is what's owed to the parents. That's not even
they owe a quarter of the whole estate. They not owed 3 million.
Yes, a quarter of the whole estate. But what they were saying is that 3 million has not been paid to them that they know supposed to come to them that was ordered by the judge.
That's not the story. We're gonna run it.
That she is concealing assets from decedent's family and from the court, and requested that the court compel her to properly distribute the late actor's estate, as well as remove her as the administrator of it. Taylor had previously listed Chadwick's total worth as including $151,000 in cash, $241,000 in an IRA account, and $3.3 million worth of stock for Chadwick Boseman, Inc., according to the court order that was included in the filing.
Okay, what Dr. Mo say? Shout out to Dr. Mo in the chat over there. Got the chat going crazy. Dr. Mo said the spouse shared his widow, Taylor Simone LeWard, received 50% of the estate. Parents share his parents, Leroy and Carolyn Boseman, split the remaining 50% at 25% each. Okay. So I'm looking at it like if she got 50% and they got 50%, then if she ain't sold the stock yet, then she might have gave them 50% of that bread that they just showed. Or this, what was that? What was them totals right there?
But you think he only had a 100 and
that 151? What else? The fuck? What else did he do? Cause like I don't know his whole what is that, IBFD or something like that. I don't know his whole movie history, but 151 and 241, they ain't number 390. That's 400.
Yeah.
That's 400 grand. So even if they split that was 220,000. You know, what 200 a piece.
And
That wasn't even 200 a piece, and then they still
you can't profit off the stock to the soul, like you said,
till it sell. Yeah. So I'm just like,
but they said that she's withholding, and they said an undisclosed bank account as well that they don't know how much is in it. But she's still. I just don't see her reporting the assets as true, because I could be wrong, but I just see him being worth more than that, not counting the stock. Not counting the stock, I just see him being worth.
Because you think because a lot of people bought tickets to go see Black Panther, and you didn't realize that he was an employee and not the producer of the movie.
And he had a hell of a lifestyle, so he could have ran through the money. He could have blew through the money. You know, and that was his biggest film that he ever did. So I mean, it's possible, but you know, when the family's saying that she's not disclosing all of the financials, and there is a separate bank account with a undisclosed amount of money in it, you know what I mean? A special counsel.
That's cap. I think that's cap. I think people always think that it's something else when it ain't. You know, I think that's a common thing that Black folks do. Oh, you got something else, or you probably got this, or you probably because they seen his lifestyle, and people really don't be knowing how much stuff costs. People don't be really knowing, like, you could have something and really be paying a note for it. You know what I'm saying? Or you can afford that note. Like, that's how stupid people think.
You know, he could have made $20 million off Black Panther and bought a $17 million house.
It's gone.
That mean the money gone.
You know? Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know, family. I don't know if they, you know, I think that when he was alive, he was taking care of his family like anybody would do if you're successful and, you know, and you're alive and you're managing it. But I think that he was also learning what to do with his money. And he, you know, because his fame had just came, you know, like he didn't have 10 years of success or 20 years of success to be, you know, he could make a mistake and learn and figure out what he needed to do when he got his money. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They said it, what'd you say, Dr. Lamb? Said that he didn't have
Dr.
a will.
Mo.
Yeah, he didn't have a will.
Mm-hmm. We go check out the comments. Let's run
Chadwick
through it.
Boseman, Inc., according to the court order that was included in the filing. The court found that Taylor's list of his assets was true and correct, and noted that she waived her administrator's fee.
That part right there. So she waived her administrator's fee, you know, where she was talking about she wasn't even trying to get paid. Let's see what Dr. Mo talking about over here. You in the comments right here. First and foremost, yeah, it's so important to estate plan off top, because you don't know when you're going to go. You know, who knows if he had a will? I don't know if he had a will or not. But yes, the family can protest and pay probate. That's why it's looking messy right now. That's why we got a topic. You know, because the family is not, you know, maybe they think they entitled to more. I don't know. Some people may look at it like that. Maybe they are entitled to more. I don't know. It depends.
Well, I mean, if from what she's saying, if the family was entitled, his heirs was entitled to $2.3 million, they probably got all the money they're gonna get. I mean, if this is and it sounds like Dr. Mo is over this is doing some research. Hey, we need Dr. Mo in the back room for us. You know what I'm saying? Because these are some good things being pulled up right here. But
let's see what she got right here. It says, according to California probate documents, Chadwick Boseman estate had a total inventory value of 3.875. However, after accounting for heavy court and legal probate bond costs and taxes, the final net value distributed to his heirs was 2.3. Okay. And then then he got 3.3 million for stock in his company. Boom, boom, IRA. Yeah, that's you know.
there ain't no money. There is no money.
So who died without a will. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We should do that. We might do that on we're gonna do that right there on Bows on the Table right there. That's a good financial shot. Thank you, Dr. Mo. That's why we funk with you. You know what I'm saying? Always be in the chat on the network. You know what I'm talking about? But definitely, yeah, Chadwick Boseman family is really it's really going through it right now for real. Cause I can't imagine, but let me ask you this, because when do you have, you know, I'm married, you married. When do you have that conversation with your significant other, with your partner? Like, okay, I got this stuff, you know, is that a conversation to have? Like, shouldn't people have that conversation?
Yeah.
Like, look, because of course, let's just take it basic. Like, okay, it's their parents, right? So it's like, I may not treat your mama like you treat your mama. Okay. I might treat my mama different than the way you treat your mama. People could have that, right? But I also could be like, okay, I'm building this thing. I'm doing this stuff. I have these assets. I have these monies. I have all these different things. Okay. And if I go, then I still want you to be able to respect it the same way, like from what you see me doing. So maybe she carrying it how Chad was carrying it. Maybe she carrying it like man, like he was like, man, my brother's lazy. They don't be blah blah blah. This, you know, because they grew up together. So he know his brothers.
I don't
right?
think that's what it is.
You know, he might not be carrying moms and pops though. He ain't like, you know, moms and pops, you know, like, yeah, I look out for them. They had me. Without them, I don't exist. You know, but at the same time, it's a difference when my mother has never called my wife in need. You know, so like if my mother calls me or my sister in need, it's a different response than I would respect it, than I would have an expectation of it to be from my wife. You know, I couldn't imagine that response that I have, that feeling, that desire to respond that me or my sister would have would translate to a person that we married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could try to communicate it, you know, but it's like, damn, if you ain't here, then, you know, it's a chance that they might not have the same patience. They may not have the same tolerance. They may not have the same compassion, the same love, the same desire. You know what I'm talking about? Like all these different things, the feelings about it. They might not feel the same way about it. Like that's what you did. So at some point in time, you have to have like a conversation with your significant other. Like, you know, like, look, if I'm taking care of my peoples like this, I would take care of your peoples like this too. So, you know, if I ain't here no more, then that's supposed to go on. Is that a valid conversation? And when do you have that? Like,
I think it's a valid conversation. But I think it's also a conversation where you have that conversation with a calculator.
With a calculator.
Yeah. You know, because if it's like, you know, if one of them gonna pass, the money might not be able to be there long enough to do that forever. You know what I'm saying? So I think it got to be done with a calculator. But I mean, after looking at, you know, what some of the financials was, I just think there's no money there. You know, and I mean, the wife, she's entitled to her money. She ain't supposed to go into her little nest egg and to pay them off after the husband said, hey, you know, I need my parents to get, you know, the 50%, you get 50%, you know.
Well, that's what the court said. The court said 50-50 down the middle.
Right. And then like Lamb said, it got to be in writing. And it was never in writing.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that and if it's not in writing,
well, once it's adjudicated though, that's you gotta do what the court say though.
Right. You got to do that. You have to do that. But you know, at the end of the day, I just don't think the money is there. Looking at what's being disclosed as far as the finances, I just don't think the money is there. You know, I think right now
they talking about royalties and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and I think right now it's a situation where they're going to end up spending more money in legal fees to figure this all out than what anybody's going to get in the end. They're going to make the lawyer more richer.
It's looking like that. It is looking like that. It is looking like that. Dr. Mo said, yeah, she agrees. It really is looking like that. What else? I think they are reaching. I think they're reaching too, you know, for real. But shout out to the family, man. We're gonna pray for y'all. You know, we're gonna pray for y'all because
Wakanda forever.
You know, Wakanda forever, you know, but the brother gone. And this is, you know, he might be rolling in his grave right now. Like, y'all need to work that out, family.
Right.
For real. But yeah, going ahead and moving on to our sixth topic tonight, y'all. We got influencer and OnlyFans model Mia Ventura back in the clink, back in jail. And you probably won't be surprised why.
V, aka Mia Ventura, was out on her own recognizance after pleading not guilty to 6 felony counts earlier this year, but she was forced to wear an ankle monitor. The Beverly Hills Police Department tells us she will be in court tomorrow, and the LA County District Attorney's Office tells NBC4 tonight, since the judge has now revoked her bail, she will remain behind bars until a bail review hearing, and that is set for Friday. All of this after what we learned happened last night.
She's a social media influencer. She's appeared in Playboy and Penthouse and as an OnlyFans model. She's also been known to use several different names. The woman authorities call Adba Levi, aka Mia Ventura, arrested last night in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills police tell NBC4 she was arrested on a theft allegation out of Riverside County. The theft allegation is separate from the trouble the 29-year-old is already in, having pled in March not guilty to 6 felony counts.
Where all my scamming, where all my boosting ass chickens at?
Right there.
Right there.
I don't even know who she is, bro.
All shapes and sizes, the in your eyes.
Looking like olive oil.
You know, trying to get a Popeye for that spinach.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutors allege that from 2023 to 2025, Levy used dating apps and cultivated relationships to burglarize and steal from wealthy older men and younger women in Westlake Village, West Hollywood, Los Angeles, and
She ain't got no type.
Yo, you know what I'm thinking?
She ain't got no type.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking she was in Jupiter for a while.
Think it might link back to Jupiter.
Yeah, it might link back to that Jupiter case.
She hit that seven. She hit that lick for
700,000. Yes, sir.
Man, she might be. We ain't gonna put that on her though. It seems like she already doing too much already.
Beverly Hills. She is accused of posing as a girlfriend and travel companion to gain access to victims' homes.
This is what I want to know. How you pose as a girlfriend? What is that? Because help me out with that. How do you pose as a girlfriend? I don't know. Whoever in the chat, Dr. Mo, how do you pose as a girlfriend?
In Beverly Hills. So
girlfriend posing.
So when they go out of town and they got somebody like I don't know, somebody watching, I guess they go and say, "Hey, I'm his girlfriend. He's told me to stop by and pick up all his Rolexes right quick."
That's how you pose.
I guess. I don't know how you pose as a girl.
Stop by the house and get all the rollies.
I always thought a girlfriend poser was like a call girl, and you're aware that she's posing as your girlfriend for the time.
Right?
You know,
that sounds like an escort, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hanging out with them at private parties. That sounds like an escort. Hanging out at private parties, you know. But that's not posing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you pay for that.
Right.
She's accused of posing as a girlfriend.
I think she was posing as a girlfriend to scam some kind of way. She was like, say, she know me, and me and you go to LA, but while I'm gone, you know, my keepers of my house or something, she comes and she poses and say, yeah, you know, like me and him dating, he told me to come by. You know,
No family. No. If you got a house in LA, right, that somebody can come by, come on, big cuz. That's a different type of paper. You got a house that somebody can come by and say, hey, Cold Season sent me and told me to grab the Rolexes. That means that it's staff at your house.
Staff at the house, right?
Long, and they know who's supposed to be there and they know who not, because your communication is tight.
Right, you ain't even getting past the gate.
Yeah, can't nobody even get on the premises to be like, Cold Seasons told me to come by here and pick up the Sky Dweller and just stop it. Right. All the watches, the watches. DJ Khaled, he named all the. She told me to come by here. He told me to come by here and get the Jay-Z and the Rick Ross and the
shoes.
You know, like stop it.
I don't know what posing as a girlfriend is. I really don't.
Ain't no way, cuz.
She says she earned somebody's trust.
Ain't no way in the world, man. Ain't no way in hell. For real. It's no way. It's no way. Posing as a girlfriend. Can't knock the hustle though. That's a hell of a pose.
Yeah, man.
And then stealing cash, gold, and high-end designer items.
I get it.
NBC4
I know what it
first
is.
began to investigate the allegations.
What'd it do?
I know what it is. I'm the guy. I meet her somewhere. Me and her get to talking and everything, and she talks to me long enough for me to think that we're something. She's posing as my girlfriend when her whole intention is to rob.
So let me ask you something. How long do she gotta talk to you for you to think it's something? What's the conversation? What is the conversation like, and how many minutes or hours do that take? Or is that just
it take just long enough for her to stay over at the house and me to say I'm rolling out and leave her in bed, and then when I come back, she gone with all my stuff.
Oh man, see, you moved the goalpost. I'm talking about the conversation, because you saying you stuck on the convo. You done wrapped her up if you done took her to the crib and got her past security and everything else.
Yeah, but that's her pose.
Now she can kind of because she gave up something to get in. You done
Nah,
slept
she's
with
been
her
there
and you
multiple
woke up.
times.
Yeah, you done had the maid, the chef cook her
Oh,
breakfast.
she said the butler let her in.
Yeah. You had the chef cook her breakfast. She ate fresh fruits and crepes
Well,
and
regardless, nevertheless, she's posing. I think she good with me, but she hood with me. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to rob me. You know what I'm saying? She's doing the same thing that happened to the man in Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Except she's physically
nah,
there.
nah, she
Except
ain't doing
she's
that.
physically there. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, she's in Beverly Hills doing it. So she hitting high value targets. You know what I'm saying? So where are my scamming and yo,
Man,
nah, it's too much for me, man.
it's,
I'm
it's
glad.
wild. It's wild.
I'm glad I'm locked down.
It's wild. Me too. Yeah, I'm part of the Me Too movement when it
Yes,
comes to
sir.
that one.
Yes, sir.
For real.
A Las Vegas podcaster told us Levy was not only a guest on his show, but an alleged thief, claiming Mia Ventura used her appearance to slip into the backstage green rooms to steal from other guests.
At the 45-minute mark, she gets up and she goes into the green room where all the girls have left their purses, and she proceeds to, for probably...
Shout out to Michael Startan podcast. They do Fit, Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
And down there in Dade County, man, they do Fresh and Fit. But is he snitching right now?
Yeah, well, no, because he was the one that was stole from. He wasn't part of the crime. He was a victim.
He was a victim. Was he a victim? Nothing got stolen from him.
Yeah, but it was under his roof that something got stolen where he could have to possibly replace it. Someone's committing a crime under his establishment. He ain't
coming to
snitching.
your business, right?
Yeah.
And stealing. Then you pose the tale, right?
To tell what I ain't gonna say pose to, but if you do, we understand.
I mean, what are you doing? Are you all the way telling or are you not telling?
No, he's all the way telling. That nigga's all the
em-
way telling.
But are you embracing the rat? Or are you non-embracing the
Oh
rat?
no. Yeah,
Why
no, you're not embracing the rest. She done came in there and stole. I mean, he had it down to a time. He said at the 45-minute mark, she get up and walk to the green room and robbed all the guests. Like, that's crazy.
But
That-
telling though. He's helping the police get information to lock her up.
And this was back in 2025. She been doing this shit for a minute.
That's what, but I'm just saying though, but that's okay. But he's not wrong in what he's doing because he's a business owner and his place of establishment was he invited her there for a podcast, for entertainment, and then she turned it into a crime scene because she a kleptomaniac.
Right. You know, and it's like inviting someone to your house, you know what I'm saying? And they stealing, you know, people check their coats and they going through pockets and taking stuff out of people's pockets before they leave. It's the same thing.
Damn, there's something wrong with that. Ain't nothing like a good scavenger hunt through the
Oh my
closet.
God. That's what you're calling it? You're calling it a scavenger hunt? That's crazy. That's why I work. Well, you've been to my house several times. Nothing was ever missing, so I know you're joking.
It was summertime. We didn't take coats.
Oh, we didn't take. Oh, okay. I got
Yeah,
you. I got
yeah.
you.
Wait till the football parties though. I'll be there.
Come on, you know I'm getting it ready, man.
I'll be the doorman. I'll be the coat man. I make every.
Oh, you're gonna be the coat man.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna be the coat man. You know.
So you leaving with coats and all. Be like everybody leaving cold because ain't nobody got no coat.
No, I'm not taking the coats. Just what's in the pockets. That's it.
The next 23 minutes, maybe a little shorter than that, she goes, rummages through all their purses. She gets cash and credit cards out. And then she comes back on the show.
And NBC4 also looked into the felony case against her fiance, LA billionaire Steve Klubeck, accused of attempting to intimidate witnesses in Levy's theft case. Charges his lawyer told us are false.
Hold on.
Steve Klubeck.
Hold on.
He's
Hold
like,
up.
leave my little honey dip alone.
Wait a minute. So she's doing crimes for thrills. She's doing it all for the thrill. You have a billionaire boyfriend. That's your real boyfriend.
That's
a billionaire. Not a millionaire, not a thousandaire, not 100,000aire, not a nigga with a good job. You know what I'm saying?
It's a difference between a ninja with a good job and 100,000 there.
Well,
No,
no, not really. You know what I'm saying? But 100,000 there got the 100,000s in the bank, money on hand, not just making 100,000 and pushing out 80,000 a year. But the thing about it is, she had access to a billionaire that was her boyfriend that's claiming her as his girlfriend. Why are you out there stealing? For real, why you ain't at home? Why you ain't spending time with your man? Why y'all ain't trying to, start a family? Why is you out here at all these little thought parties stealing from people? Because that's where she came from. And what they say, you can take a person out the trailer park, but you can't take trailer park out of a person. That's what
they
she
said
is.
you can't change a hoe to a housewife. I thought
I just wanted to say something different.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't take a person out of the trailer park, but you can take the trailer park out the person? No?
You can take a person out of the trailer park, but you can't take the trailer park out of the person. You can take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. You get what I'm saying?
I don't like it.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I don't like it.
I know you don't. But I mean, I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, we talked about it before.
We talked about it before.
Yeah, them good neighborhoods and people moving to the nice houses, and all of a sudden, some ratchet ass people move in and bring the hood to the good hood. So
like it. Or some trailer park people bring the,
right.
I don't like it. I'm like, the Jeffersons was motivation. Weezy and them, they moving on up. Type situation. That's all. We rocking with that.
Let's go. We got it. I got it.
Was also a major supporter of Eric Swalwell in his run for governor, making headlines when he confirmed to NBC4 Swalwell was holed up in his Beverly Hills mansion when his campaign imploded.
And I was very concerned for his mental health. Okay. And I made sure he was okay.
Whose fiance?
Wait a minute. That's the billionaire, buddy. That's the billionaire.
Whose fiance is this?
That's her fiance. That's the billionaire. That's the billionaire right there.
And this is what he's saying on 13 April. That's just a couple weeks ago. Several weeks ago.
But he's talking about Swalwell, the guy that was running for governor of California or somewhere, and he
that's his man who he had backed.
Right. He got accused of like raping some women and stuff like that. So yeah, had to step down.
He's not here. He's left. I have no idea where he went, but he needed a couple of hugs. Okay.
Once again, Adva Levi was arrested last night in Beverly Hills for a theft in Riverside County. We have reached out to the Riverside County District Attorney's Office for details, but have not yet heard back. She was also arrested for a violation of a court order. The specifics we still don't have.
Yeah, she's super wild. Yeah. She's super wild. And she out there with a billionaire hugging.
I would say she had,
who need a hug.
Right. Billionaires be so weird, man.
The whole soap opera,
they
man.
be weird as hell.
It's a whole soap opera, and he's her fiance. So he got. Look at his life. He got politicians. Got politicians that can't keep.
That's SA people,
together, right? They can't keep themselves together, and he got a little thotty shawty that she just is a thief. She's a cold klepto, and that's his lifestyle. He probably having fun with it.
He want to give hugs. One thing is, hey, they need a hug.
He probably really having fun with it for real. He probably like, you can't buy this life. It's sad. It's so sad, man. But it seemed like that's what she do. So I don't know. I don't know what we got for her. We praying for her too. Like But that's
Well,
what
don't leave the mimosas around because she was still. So.
you know, because see, that's the second story tonight that could have got too many mimosas. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into that, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and jump into too many mimosas. Let's get to it.
Mimosas, presented to you by DBCHEFTV.
Okay, so first, y'all, we're gonna take it back to A-Town, Charlie, with
I've
the
seen this.
school bus drivers having NCX on the bus, on the school bus too.
I've seen this.
Oh, dirty, 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 dirty. In the dirty South, man.
If the bus come rocking, don't come knocking.
A Gwinnett County school bus driver is still employed after admitting he had sex while he was on the clock and on a county school bus. Channel 2 Action News obtained court documents detailing the encounters. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln is live now in Gwinnett County. So Ashley, in some cases this happened on church property.
George, I spoke with several Gwinnett County school bus drivers who said this was widely known amongst drivers about these sexual encounters. They tell me these two drivers admitted to them that they would sometimes come to this church parking lot, pull their buses over, and have sex.
Let me ask you something, Kosies. If they won't in the school bus, where the babies be on the bus and carrying on, is the church parking lot off limits?
I would say yes. I mean, just my moral thoughts.
So you ain't never smashed in the church parking lot in the whip?
No, not once, not ever.
Okay.
No. And
So
was
would
an
you say-
avid churchgoer at one
So
time.
would you say, I mean, come on, family. We was in Vacation Bible School. We was in the youth leadership ministry. We was in, come on, family. We done been through the whole everything. Okay. Prayer meeting on Wednesday, Bible study on Tuesday. Come on, choir meeting, youth choir meeting, all that. Come on, fam. Junior deacon, all that type of current on. Like we done did that. And you trying to say I'm a heathen because I smashed in the church parking lot?
No, I'm not trying to say you're a heathen for smashing in the church parking lot. I'm saying you are a heathen for smashing in the church parking lot. I'm not trying to say, I'm saying it. You are a heathen.
I'm a heathen. I'm going to hell
with a capital heath.
I'm going to hell.
I don't know. I can't judge you for that. I mean, now I will say if you reword the question and say, "Cuz, have you ever had sex at work?" Yeah, I have, quite a few times.
Not
You know what I'm
that though.
saying?
No,
But-
we talking about the
but-
church parking lot.
Nah.
because
My
the church
my
parking
conscience
lot
won't
is-
allow me to. My conscience won't allow me to do that.
You think that Jesus will forgive you?
You know what?
Jesus.
I'm
is
not
so
gonna.
forgiving.
I know he need to give other people some forgiveness for some other things, so I'm gonna ease up on that one and not burden him with that.
I'm just
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? Nah, I never done it. Never.
I'm just saying though, but I was not in a school bus though.
Yeah,
With a
but you
baby.
was at the church though. You was clapping at the church. No, I never did a church clap.
I'm just saying I was keeping it holy.
Nah, you know what? I'm not doing this with you.
I'm just saying. It was
I'm not-
sanctified.
I'm not doing it. Well, so that's the property. It's not inside the house. It's outside.
Right.
So,
Right. Thank you. There we go. Give me some grace.
I try to save you a little bit. I'm not the one that
Grace.
I ain't the one that got to give you grace, buddy. you know what I'm
Amazing
saying?
grace.
You
How
know?
sweet the sound. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Nah, but I never done nothing in no church, church property, church parking lot, none of that.
I'm just saying. I'm biased on this story. The only part that got me twisted is like how they was on the school bus. Like that right there is the line in the sand for me is the school bus. The baby
Not the church parking lot.
and you at work. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not the church parking lot. You're
Not-
saying the school bus, the babies, they was doing the act of how the babies get to the bus.
I'm just saying, like, I came up with Tupac. Tupac had a line that said, "Pulled over, getting busy in the parking lot." You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
He didn't put church in front of parking lot.
right. So, I mean, church parking lots be safe.
It's probably the most
time to get it
inconspicuous. It's probably the most inconspicuous place where you can pull over a bus and no one is going to think twice about it.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
you think you at at revival or something. Who knows?
I don't think it's supposed to be a sexual sanctuary. It's not supposed to be, but then again, you do have some crazy stuff that go inside the church.
Not inside the church, man. The sanctuary is inside the church. In the pool, by the pool, in front of the pool pit.
Oh, so you're going all the way in. You gotta go all the way in.
I know the geographic location of where stuff. I know where the choir be at. I know where the senior pastor, the junior pastor, the pastor sit. If you got the first lady, I know what you sit. The deacons, the trustees, the trustees be on that first pew in the. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not. Nah, I never done nothing.
To set up the church board. You know what I'm saying? Come on, family. Like, we know the ushers where they supposed to be at. Like, I went too much. I went too much.
What? Now I have drunk some liquor in the church parking lot before after a funeral. So I mean,
we did that. Poured out liquor, smoked a J in the parking lot. All that was before 19.
But I ain't never cut nothing in the parking lot, man. Not a church parking lot.
Yeah, even smashing was before 19 in the church parking lot. But yeah, you ain't cut something, I cut something. You know. What's up? I did the play, I just get a little cut. What you know?
Not that I can remember.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Well, if it jogs your memory, don't leave me out here.
I'll text you and let you know, cuz.
Don't leave me out in the cold. See,
you know what the blind man said. I had a dream. My eye got better. If I have a dream that recollects my memory, I'll wake up and let you know.
I'm just saying, pulled over, getting busy in the parking lot. We listen to rap and culture, and we want to do some of the things that we hear in the music. I was a victim of that. Like I just done made it past that where I could talk about it.
They both admitted it.
Gwinnett County bus drivers who asked not to be identified told me they were aware 2 of their colleagues were having sex on county school buses during work hours.
Stone cold evidence was provided.
You think she the hater?
Like, they don't know who she is.
Think she mad because she ain't get hit?
Probably not. But, hey, bro, why she look like Batman?
Do she look like Batman?
Look at that jump. I don't know, a little bit. But like, they don't know who she is. You can hear her voice. You can see the little crinkles in her hair and the square ass head up top. Like, they don't.
Little square ass head up top. Look.
Yeah, like they don't know who she is.
She a little duff. She mad she ain't get hit.
She the one who told.
She mad she get hit. They was just doing it all the time. Yeah, because my girlfriend was telling me all the time that they be doing it and stuff. And then it's always one.
Well, I don't know where they at around here, man. They got cameras in the bus, outside of the bus. They got cameras on the buses around here like Teslas.
Oh, she got the juice. Watch. She got the juice.
To the county.
Emails provided by sources show the district knew about the allegations and conducted an investigation. We also found transcripts from domestic court proceedings where the male bus driver acknowledged the sexual relationship.
It felt so repulsive. I was sick to my stomach to hear that.
The man also testified that everyone involved worked as Gwinnett County school bus drivers. When asked by an attorney, some of the sexual acts actually took place at the workplace on the bus, correct? He answered, yes.
We see kids eating on the bus. We see kids touching. Now things are being transmitted to these kids, potentially.
Channel 2.
But how she know he was, she sounded like he might have been just splashing all over the bus, though. He might not even have been doing that, That might not even have been a situation.
Probably not. Probably not. Nobody knows, man. You know what I'm saying? I think she didn't like those two to start with.
Ain't like
Morally, they shouldn't be doing that on the school bus. I mean, I get it. They shouldn't be doing it on the school bus.
I think he tried to holler at her first, but she wasn't with the getting smashed on the school bus. So then he found somebody who's like, yeah, we could just put over right over here. I found a little low-key spot right over here, this little church ground. And you know, we bus drivers. So when we pull over here, they don't even be tripping because they think we just waiting to go pick up the kids so we could get our shit off.
Right, but you got to think about what kids. You know, one thing that kids do, they always doing this.
She was like, "I."
They always got their hands in their face and stuff like that. They touch anything and put their hands in their face. Now you don't know. You know, he could have been walking around with the herpes or something like that, and just or whatever. Any kind of.
You think he could have
STD.
just left a little hurt puddle on the seat?
Just something, yeah, just something, and then a kid get in, you know, like I said, take that apple, you know, put their hand on the seat, then take that apple out, eat the apple. Now you done messed the kid up. You see what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that should not be going on. You know what
A
I'm saying?
little herb giblet. He could have left some herb
Herb
giblets
juice, yeah, something. You know what I'm saying?
on the seat.
Something or her. You know what I mean?
It don't transfer like that.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, it's
transfer like that.
I'm pretty sure if he left some of his fluids there,
Herb giblets.
and one of the kids rubbed their eyes or ate their apple or something, I'm pretty sure you could affect somebody.
Why they apple gonna be on the seat? They supposed to pull that out.
No.
Lunch pail.
So from their hand, they put the hand on the seat. They don't realize that they done touched the whatever, and then they grab or they grab their chips or their apple or whatever, and then now you know now they got a bum bump.
Man, don't put that on them babies, man.
Now they got a bum bump at 8 years old. Don't know where it came
Still
from.
got his
That's
job.
crazy.
Both of them still got their job. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that going.
They won't for long. Not after Channel 2 got a hold of. Somebody said, "Wait a minute," you know. Not after Channel 2 got a hold of them.
Wow, God.
Who also obtained an audio recording of the female driver who indicated the pair met during their shifts in this church parking lot on Gravel Springs Road.
He'll hang his coat up on his mirror so it blocks the view of the camera in between the buses so people wouldn't see them because they knew there was cameras on the bus.
On Thursday,
How she know all that?
She gave him the game on how to do it. She did it first.
That's the girl who was getting hit. That's her home girl right there. I'm telling you, is she mad? That's the home girl who was getting hit. That's her friend, and he probably tried to holler at her first. You know what I'm saying?
Or did holler at her
he
first.
would hang up his coat on the. You hear how she said it? He would hang up his coat on the mirror. You know what? You right, cuz he might have been smashing her first, and then she like, I'm gonna go tell before they find out what we was doing. Cause I used to disconnect the camera to make sure it wasn't no footage.
That nigga said disconnect. Oh Lord.
She might have invented the whole play.
the district said in a statement, there was an investigation in 2025, but no evidence was found to substantiate the claims. The district went on to say, additional information has been brought to the district's attention, and the investigation has been reopened. I called both drivers.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
The man did not respond. Do you work for Gwinnett County Schools? The woman did respond, but denied having a sexual relationship.
I'm not sure what he made in court. I wasn't there.
It's disheartening that everything was just swept under the rug.
And we found both drivers are currently still employed by the district.
Man, it's a bus driver shortage. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to hear all that, man. You know how hard it is to find bus drivers to get these damn babies back and forth to school? Don't nobody want to deal with these badass kids on the school bus, man. You know.
She said they still got their job. She mad that they got their job.
But they do just because it's a bus driver shortage. Now I'm gonna tell you here, up where I live at, a bus driver lost her job for for doing the the little TikTok thing where you get a kids a certain type of 5 and stuff like that. But because she showed them kids without the written consent of the parents, she got fired from being a school bus.
Good. Cause you ain't supposed to be slapping dap with them babies. You supposed to be making sure that they get from point A to point B safely. That's
Right.
it.
Right, but it was one of them things where each child on the bus has a certain handshake that they give the driver, and she showed it just like
You
they do it in
liberal. You
school.
think that's cool?
That don't have nothing to do with it. They do it. They do it at the schools all the time. There's plenty of videos out there like that.
No, the bus drivers. No, the bus driver is different from the teachers. If you get off the bus and somebody that you're gonna spend 8 hours with of your day, 6.5, I don't know how long the babies go to school now. 6 hours, 8 hours,
Yeah.
8 hours a day with. Then yeah, you need to have a little handshake because it's gonna be a long day. Okay, you just woke up. You're the first. You if your breath ain't together, they the first person to know. Hey,
So
give you a little mint because you ain't.
so she should have lost her job for giving dap to the kids.
Yes,
Right.
get her up out of here. Yeah.
What about the ones having adult activities,
relations?
no, not relations with the kids, but in the seats that the kids got to sit on to go to school.
I mean, for this story right here, that is the stupidest thing. I would have never messed up my little bus driving check to get a little piece of, sunshine, man. I wouldn't have never did it. Like it's stupid to me. It's just completely stupid. And that's why we have to say for both of those bus drivers, even though they still got their job, somebody needs to
They've had way too much to drink, cut them off. They've had way too much to drink, cut them off. They've had way
2 times. They need to get cut off because they should have known like that. Like whenever you do something at work that makes the news and it's not good, that's a bad thing. When you make the news, it's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be something that is uplifting and something that reassures safety to parents, that reassures that, oh wow, like, I want that to be my child's bus driver. Well, like like what happened to that? Where that's at? That ain't, they like, man, oh, you got the bus driver that's fucking the other bus driver, and like, come on, family. This where we living at? This what we doing? This is crazy. That's why I take my hat off to all parents.
So I mean, for
prison,
for now on, whenever I see 2 buses sitting in the parking lot, it's probably gonna cross my mind like, oh, they over there doing something.
Yeah, it's
But it ain't
wild.
none of my business though. I ain't worried about it.
But if you got my baby on that bus though, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
You mean
check myself before I wreck.
you mean if your baby rides that bus, because they're not doing it while the kids is on the bus.
that, but yeah, but what you said it's puddles of herb juice on there. And you think I want my baby? You think I want your babies on the puddle of herb juice bus? No. You know what I'm saying? I might got a problem because Big Cuz got a problem with it. Big Cuz said we got a problem. We gotta go see about a bus driver that's leaving herb juice on the bus. Okay. You know how that might turn out, So nah, fam.
Yeah, but the school board definitely need to do something about that situation, and not just just because it's a driver shortage. It's a couple of the driver that told she just got to work a little bit harder to make sure them kids get back and forth to schools that she want them fired so bad. You know what I'm saying? But they need to be disciplined some kind of way. But he put that jacket up. There's no way to prove it now. When he went to court, he did say that did happen. When they called the girl, she said, "I don't know what he said in court. I ain't do nothing." He snitched.
He's snitching.
Now he snitched.
But he not snitching if you telling on yourself.
He telling on her too.
If you telling on yourself, you like, yeah, I did that. But he ain't do it alone, but he just saying, yeah, like, hey.
No. So those
I smashed, but he don't have to say who he smashed, right?
The biggest the biggest snitches are the ones that tell on themselves because they want to reduce their sentence or time or consequences.
So that's the biggest snitches, right?
Yes, those are the biggest snitches. The ones that tell on themselves. They
Talk
tell them
about it.
Yeah,
Talk
that's it.
about
It's real shit.
Right, but you trying to play gangster. The
No.
gangster trying to go home.
Right. He trying to go home. He like, shoot, I mean, I got my nut. It ain't like I can take it back.
Ain't like you can take it back. You know, like what's done is done. Might as well go ahead and, you know.
Oh my God, man. Bro, we gotta clean this show up, man. We gotta clean it up. We're getting a little too dirty. Oh my God.
It's greasy, y'all. And this next story is a sad one, but yeah, we gotta talk about this mother leaving her baby in a hot car, man. Yeah.
She's accused of leaving her 1-year-old in a hot car. Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Matt Johnson has stayed on top of the story all day for us. Matt, this one's a tough one, and you found out one of her co-workers called 911.
Yeah, George, and police believe that this mother was more overwhelmed than anything when she told police she came to work yesterday at the hospital and forgot that her baby boy was in the back seat.
Our condolences go out to anybody that loved this precious baby.
A 1-year-old boy sat alone in a hot car and then
Real quick, like how do you what's going on, baby? What's going on, baby girl? She forgot her baby was in the car.
Yeah, that's it happens every year. It happens every year in every state. I do, before we go into the story, I do want to say that my work truck, when I pull into the driveway every evening and I go to hit the button to cut it off, when I hit the button to cut it off, it would not let me cut the truck off. A message come up on the screen to say, check your back seat. I have to hit okay, and then the truck will cut off.
Oh, wow. That's smooth. That's very preventative. That's very new technology to make sure that ain't no babies in. That's something for the babies.
Right.
Okay. Or pet.
Or pet.
Yeah.
Or pet. But I cannot cut the truck off until I literally hit okay, that I acknowledge that I check my back seat, that there's nothing, no one living alive, not living alive, but no one is back there. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing that needs air to breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool. That's pretty slick, man. But this is tragic though. But I'm just like, man, look, if you stressed out, you know, unstress yourself. Okay. Like for real, like anybody, dads, moms, aunties, uncles, cousins, godfathers, godmothers, you know, like, man, unstress yourself out to leave the baby in the whip and you forget.
It's more common than you think it is. It's more I never done it, but it's more common than you think it is. Like, it happens all the time. Normally in the wintertime, you know, they'll remember because it don't, but you know, in the summertime, you know, when it's 90 degrees outside, 85 degrees or better, and you close them doors and cut the engine off, the car heats up very, very, very quick.
That's true though, but because it's like I could put a pot of water on and say I'm about to boil some pasta, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could forget that, right? I could forget that. Like, you know, like I'm not gonna say that I don't have forgetting moments, okay?
Right.
But I'm trying to think about, like, you know, I'm trying to put it in perspective of like what was on this mother's mind that she forgot her child. You know, like I know you at work and you're busy, but like you don't forget though. Like, you know, like you get busy and you say, okay, I gotta make a little break. I gotta take a break. But like, you don't forget though. You know, like I could understand being overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed and I didn't take the break that I needed to take, you know, but not I forgot. Like, where you at where you forgot?
Oh, so she was at work. So that means that she forgot to drop the kid off to daycare or wherever she was taking the kid to.
No, she take the baby to work with her and leaving. This was a normal thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, when it's a normal thing, like why you forgot though? You know, like, forgot is lazy. Forgot is not, I got busy and got sidetracked and wasn't able to go and do my normal thing because I was overwhelmed and I had like a bunch of patients. I had a heavy workload where I usually take my break at 9, but you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't going to be able to take my break until 12. So I had an extra 4 hours, you know, like I get that, but not, I wasn't able to take my break at 9, but at 12, I wasn't like, I don't give a fuck what they say. Even if I lose my job today, I'm going out here to check on my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is my situation, like, regardless.
Right.
You know, like, not I forgot.
Yeah,
that's wild
I mean,
to me, family.
like I said, I kind of pay attention to them stories, and I know it happens several times a year. Normally, big cases. I know it happens in Virginia a couple times a year. You know, like I said, it happens more often than you think it do, and most of the time, the parent actually did forget that the kid was in the car, and it's sad. You know, it's sad, and but luckily they're making the cars now to where you do have to turn around and you can't cut the car off until you hit a button acknowledging that there's no one in the back seat, backing up the vehicle. The same vehicle that I have, I back it up. If anything is in the way, my truck will slam on brakes so hard that I think I hit something, but I didn't. It's nothing but like a tree branch or something in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? And you have the option to cut those safety features off. I don't cut them off. I leave them on because I'd be like, the minute that I cut them off, I'm gonna be backing this into the driveway and I'm gonna run over my dog.
Have you ever forgot your kids? Have you ever forgot your baby?
I did lock one of them in the car one time, but that was literally locked them in the car and was like, oh my God, I done locked my kid in the car. Car was running and everything. Had to pull the window back and I got her out within minutes. But that was the only car incident that I ever had with one of my kids.
Was you high?
No, I won't high. I won't hide.
You did that sober?
Yeah, I had my kid in the car.
You're a horrible parent.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did that. No. So listen. No, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Tell you exactly what happened. I got out the car. I closed the door behind me to go get her from the other side of the car. When I closed the door behind me, somehow I locked the door. And then when I walked around to the other side to open the door, I said, "Oh, door locked. Let me go back around to the other side, open the door." Got back to the driver's side to go open it. I was like, "Oh my God, that's locked too." Man, you talking about the level of anxiety and panic that come over you in a situation like that. Even though the baby's fine, you can see her right there and everything. You're going to take care of the situation, even if you got to bust a window out. Is a certain level of anxiety. But most of the time when I watch these cases, the parent did forget, and normally the parent do still get charged. And that's the reality.
Yeah, they holding her with no bond right now.
Right.
Yeah. But definitely, like you said, because man, like we're gonna pray for her, for the baby that for a child. I know as a mother.
Yeah, I don't think that should be a too many mimosas, honestly. Like that's
and even though we criticizing it, well, I don't care. I'm still gonna give her too many mimosas because she forgot. Okay. And it need to get too many mimosas. It's going to get too many mimosas because we need to encourage people. Don't forget your babies. Okay. No matter how much compassion we got for the situation, like, yeah, we're going to still pray for you. You lost a child. Like you got to be heard about that. Okay. But you also got to be more responsible. Like that's your child. Okay. So ain't no gray area to death. The child is gone, their life gone, and you did that. It's your fault. And for that, she gonna get.
They've had way too much to drink. Cut them off. They've had way too much to drink, cut them off.
2 times.
Yeah.
Because I don't have no babies. So I'm compassionate about it. Like I'm thinking I would die for mine. So I understand you gotta make $1. But if you go constantly, if this is something that's routine, then you got to go and check it. That was a 1-year-old. That was a 1-year-old.
Did we ever finish running the story, or that was it?
It was more to it, but we ain't need to get to it. Like once you let a 1-year-old stay in the car, and like, what else are we going to explain? She locked up. They got her locked up. So the courts is not looking at it with no compassion. The courts is looking at it like you're negligent. So I ain't dealing with, people might say I'm being cold, I'm being harsh, whatever. I'm not dealing with how I feel about it. I'm dealing with the real about it, that if you do that, that's what's going to happen to you. And I don't want to see you like that, mama, daddy, parent. So I ain't gonna sit here and be like, she don't deserve too many mimosas, because we not going to celebrate irresponsible behavior. We ain't doing that. Especially when an innocent baby lost their life. Even though she got to deal with that, that's her mistake that she made. She got to take that up with God. I ain't God. But I do know in this place that we live right now, how them court system gonna look at that. You was responsible, you're gonna be held accountable. It's been a thing, like you said, family. It constantly happens, and people getting prosecuted by the court systems, regardless. Should the court, now on that note, should the court system not prosecute these people for leaving their children in the car and their children dying?
No, you're definitely gonna get prosecuted for negligence of some sort. A child lost their life, so yeah, you definitely gonna get prosecuted for something.
Whether we like it or not, right? But we're not gonna like the fact that the child died.
Yeah, it definitely does not go unanswered. You gotta pay. You gotta suffer the consequences. You have to.
Yeah. So the thing is, don't put yourself in that situation. Don't be somebody that you get cut off because you had too much to drink. Don't be somebody that gets so distracted that you forget about that life.
Right, but that's not a way too many mimosas thing to me. I mean, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is, you know what? Let's put the pressure on these people so that you have the stigma of way too many mimosas if you don't left your damn kid in the car. I get it.
To be accountable and responsible.
Right. And I just think,
but the liberal in you feels like that she should.
I would stop doing that. It's not. It don't have nothing. Don't have nothing. No,
she should get a pass, huh?
No, it don't have nothing to do with that.
Should she not serve life in prison?
No, she should not serve life in prison for that.
How long should she get?
I don't know. I think it's involuntary manslaughter.
If you was
involuntary manslaughter, anywhere between 2 to 15 years.
2 to 15.
Yeah, 2 to 15 years. It's involuntary manslaughter. She didn't mean to kill her child. So
she forgot.
Now, if they turn around and they find that she did do it, you know what I'm saying? They find some text messages where she done told her baby daddy, be like, "Oh, I got something for your ass the night before," and then that happened the next day. Then yeah, they maybe have a different type of case. But I think as a parent that has suffered an ultimate tragedy, forgetting should not be any kind of real excuse. But I mean, you gotta have some kind of understanding that it wasn't intentional. I don't think no parent would suffocate their child to death, in a car, in a hot car. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is. Now Tony Romo, on the other hand,
if you forget him, you ain't a POS.
If you forget him.
Yeah, if you forget them, and you didn't leave the windows cracked enough for them to breathe.
Well, if you leave the windows cracked enough for them to breathe, you didn't forget them. You left them in the fucking car to die. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Bug?
Because it got hot?
Yes. You left them in the car to die. You left them in the car to
And
die
you ain't leave with no
intentionally.
water. You ain't leave with no cool water or nothing.
Well, I mean, give a 1-year-old baby a cold bottle of water. What they gonna do with it, bro? Like they gonna
Okay.
nothing they can do with it.
So that's what I'm saying, family. 12 months does no speaky. Okay. No.
I get all that.
No, nothing for theyself, right? So
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. So you saying if they left it with the windows down, then they left him to die. So okay, so then that what 2 to 12, 2 to 20?
If they left them with the windows down, that means that it was intentional to leave them in the car.
No, because you could leave the windows down and think that the air is they got air to breathe. It ain't gonna be that hot. It ain't gonna be that this.
No, but it was
1,000 degrees
listen,
outside.
It was intentional to leave them in the car. I have seen parents get locked up for leaving their kid that age in the car to run into a Wawa or Sheetz, and you get locked. You're not allowed to leave your child in the car. You're not if you pulling up to a gas station and you going in there to get a baby Ruth. I don't know if that's what people still get. You're gonna go get a baby Ruth. You're supposed to take your child out the car and take them in the store with you. That's the law. That's the way.
So that's the law, right?
Right.
So, but the law's supposed to look kindly on Shorty for
No one said kindly. I just said it's involuntary manslaughter.
20 though. That ain't
That's involuntary manslaughter.
That's not life. A life for a life.
That's not, but it's not murder. She didn't murder her child.
But you say if you leave him in the car and you crack the windows and it's hot outside, then you left him in the car to get murdered.
If you cracked the windows, you left them in the car intentionally because you're like, okay, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna crack the windows for the kid. But if you pulled up at work, you forgot the kid was in the car, you run in there and you go to work, and you forgot the kid that was in the car, that was not intentional. That's not murder. That's involuntary manslaughter.
What? But they didn't. So what happened? They left the AC on and the car turned off. They ran out of gas, and now the baby in the car burning up.
No, nigga. They pulled up, parked in the parking space, and they went to work as they regular day. They cut the car off
and left the baby in the car seat.
Left the baby in the car seat, not knowing that the baby in the car. I
Okay.
mean, not remembering that the baby in the car. They accidentally left the baby in the car.
How you accidentally leave your child in the car seat in the back seat? How you accidentally?
It happens all the time, man.
And not know your child is in the car. You put the child in the car.
It happens all the time.
And that's the reason why somebody need to cut you off, because you doing too much. You done had too much to drink. You done had too much to be a distraction. You done had too much where you not focusing on a real responsibility. The number one thing, that prize, that life, that is what you going to that place for.
Yeah, but you're saying she should get life in prison for that.
Yeah, she should get life.
Nah,
she should get hit with the L for sure.
Nah,
She should get
because
hit with the L.
the law won't even allow them to give her life in prison for that. The law won't even allow it. It's manslaughter.
You don't know that until the
case run through.
You know what I'm saying?
But I guarantee you she's going to get a manslaughter charge.
You don't know that. She got 2 other kids. They with the baby. They with the
She's gonna get involuntary manslaughter. That's what she's gonna get.
But I'm telling you right now, family, I'm not gonna debate what she gonna get, but I'm saying she should get a lot of time. Okay. You know, I hate to be on that side of the fence because it's 2 other children that could still have access to their mother. But the problem is though, how, when you talk about how do you have something so precious, so valuable? You know, when you talk about that anxiety that you had when you locked one of your babies in the car just for that second, like, how do that turn off? I done had people lie on me because I done had somebody lie on me because they wouldn't take accountability and responsibility for their own actions to try to make it seem like I'm against children. Okay. So I seen people try to use their children as bait or as an excuse to be like, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to take it. So I'm like, if people can do that, then how do you forget your child? If people can use their child as a tool to try to manipulate and be liars, then how do you forget your child? So if you can do that, then there's no way that you could ever forget your child. If people are that diabolical, then the love is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Then the love is supposed to be way bigger than
Well,
that.
what I know is that it happens way more often than you think it happened. People leave their kids in the car.
And they all deserve to go to jail or hell. All
Right.
of
What I believe that they do have to, have some consequences, go to jail, but I don't believe that it's a life sentence or a death sentence. I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
kid died, and you know what I'm saying? Go be with your baby.
I know people. People make those type of critical errors.
Critical
And I do believe that they
Let
have
me
to.
ask you something. Is leaving a dog in the car, is leaving a pet in the car critical error too? Or
Absolutely. It's the same thing. Anything that can die
it's
in
the
the
same
car.
thing as a child. It's on the same level as a child.
No, because at the end of the day, you're not going to. First of all, if you leave your dog in the car and your dog die, you can take that motherfucker out the car, throw his ass in the bag, and bury him in the hole. You can't do that with a child.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
So
all right. We there with that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just I just don't look at it as a whole life sentence. Now, if it's something intentional, or they can look into that person's background and see that they had, abuse on children and all these other crazy things going on, then you can compile those things together to come to a verdict to where you give them murder over involuntary manslaughter. I don't think any sound parent or real parent, I ain't gonna say real parent, but just a parent, leave their children in the car to bake to death on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You may have incidents where it is a situation like that, but the evidence always come out on it. Now, with her being held without bond and all that stuff in this situation, they may have some other evidence on her the way she was a little cray-cray. You know what I'm saying? And it could be something more than what the story is. You know what I mean? But no, I think she should be held accountable. She should go through the process, but I only see her getting involuntary manslaughter at the most.
I can dig it because I ain't gonna prejudge what they got going on, man. But I am gonna say
You did though, because you want her to be sentenced to life.
No, I'm with that. I'm still with that. But I'm talking about I ain't gonna predetermine what the court's gonna do. But what Chef Earl Pearl would like the courts to do is be like a life for a life. If that's what you're doing, like why not?
I mean, but you don't. I mean, honestly, you don't even get a life for a life. With murders in the street.
What's 20 years? 20 years ain't a
20
life.
years is life. 20 years is life.
20 years is life sentence.
Yeah, 20 years. That's what they call life. And I'm glad you said that because a lot of people think that life is life, natural life.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, a dub. When you lose a dub of going to your own refrigerator, going to your own toilet, going to your own, graduations, birthdays, this, that, people dying and carrying on, like 20 technology, like that's a long ass time.
So like I said, she got to be held accountable. But I'm gonna say this, and I don't want it to sound like cliche or nothing, but she's going to, do her time. She's definitely going to prison for a little while for it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If it was truly an accident, like truly an accident, that is, and she has to live the rest of her life, that's a sentence in itself. You see what I'm saying? That's gonna be something that's gonna eat her up she probably gonna die 10 years earlier than what she would have died.
She feeling that now. Feeling that now. But the life, but the real life we live in says the court system, nah, you got to pay for that.
Yeah, but they're gonna give her manslaughter, man. She's not going to get a murder charge.
That's still gonna be a dub. That's still gonna be a dub 30. They still gonna that was a 1 year old.
Manslaughter started 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Involuntary
manslaughter. Georgia, you talking about with the state where you at? That's the difference, family. Like that ain't a federal statute that you quoting right now.
It's not.
And this ain't a federal case. That's a state case. So you gotta check they statutes to see what it really is. I'm saying, if she do a dub, I think that is but that's still life. To me, that's still a L. That's still a
Right.
life for a
And I
life.
can say, man, I have never forgot my child in the car. No, near 3 of them. I never forgot my kids in the car. I mean, you just don't. For one, most of the time they loud as hell anyway. But a 1-year-old might not be that loud, may have been sleeping or whatever. Um, you know, and the thing about it is you said what they must have had a work program or something where they had a daycare at the job or something,
Nah, I
'cause
ain't saying nothing. We ain't say the thing ain't say nothing about that.
well, yeah, so I mean, we don't even know how the baby got to the job because she went to work.
She drove. She left the baby in the car. That's how she got locked up, and that's how she getting charged and everything.
Right. So she forgot to drop the baby off wherever she was supposed to drop the baby.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she had, and they said that she does that. That was her routine. That she normally comes to work and leave the baby in the car.
What?
Yeah,
We didn't watch the whole thing. No.
No,
She
they
normally-
said that in the story. They said that in that part right there.
She
They
normally
said-
come to work and leave the baby in the car.
Yeah, family.
Oh yeah, she gonna get a murder charge. Yeah, she
That's
gonna get a
what I'm
murder charge.
saying.
Yeah,
So
that's not.
so I'm just
That's
like-
that's not. So yeah. So I mean, with that being said, everything, all the little song and dance we did just now, that was just all for nothing because at the end of the day, if that's her regular routine, that's voluntary negligence. You see what I'm saying? And she's going to end up getting probably a murder charge for that, and that's why they haven't released her from jail yet.
Well, I think it made for good conversation. Okay, but yeah, no bond. We said that, and the baby's gone. So that's why she got.
They've had way too much to drink, cut them off. They've had way too much to drink, cut them off.
4 times. Okay. That's why she got it. Yeah.
Petty Eddie over there.
Petty Ruxpin,
Petty
Eddie. A cuddly bear,
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying, for real. She deserve it. But it's unfortunate, like we said, we still gonna pray for the family because to lose a child and for her to be in that situation where now that's on her conscience, like, damn, I was trying to do this and that. And they said that there was a man in the situation too, so they must have been struggling for real. If she had to take the baby to work
And leave the baby in the car.
and leave the baby in the car, and that was a routine. So they was trying to get somewhere, but
I didn't know that she regularly left the baby in the car. And then on top of that, it's just other shit. Like if you got a man, I mean, and you going to work, I don't know, the man might have been going to work too, but I mean, you can't leave the baby in the car, bro.
you can't leave it, especially not in the summertime.
Well, not to
Man.
be you can't do it to be a regular routine.
And not no 1-year-old, okay? Not no 1-year-old. Like
See, I missed the whole point. And I know we got to wrap it up, but I missed the whole point where they said that she does this on a regular and leave the baby in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that anybody, whoever gave that statement as well, you need to talk to them too. Like, hey, why didn't you say something? You know what I'm saying? Like, if she did that, then the job knew that she's leaving her child in a 1-year-old baby in the car for an 8-hour shift or 4
Let
hours.
me ask you
whatever it is.
something. Let me ask you something, Coach Season. Do anybody tell you what to do with your kids?
Let me tell you something.
Other
If I
than
work-
your mama?
If I worked in an office building, if I worked in an office,
Do
no.
anybody
Let me tell you.
No. You no, don't dodge and move the goalposts.
No. Ain't no
Do
moving the
anybody
goalposts.
tell you what to do with your children, with your jits, with your baby?
Nah, I don't have no more babies. My
Nah.
kids are grown.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
look.
But when they were younger, hold up. I'm gonna answer the question. When they were younger, no one told me what to do.
So why
But
you
listen,
expect somebody?
but
else to
here's the
give a
thing.
damn
No, here's the
what to do
thing.
with their
If
kids?
I'm working in the office building, and I know that there is a young lady or a young man that they're coming to work and they're leaving their kid in the car for their shift.
What if you
I'm going to
don't
HR.
know? What if you don't know? You snitching? I know. What if you don't
I'm
know?
telling.
What if you don't know though? What if
you don't know, you can't tell what you don't know. But we just
Okay,
said
then.
that the people said that this was something that she did on the regular.
No,
So somebody
she
knew.
said that. She
Oh,
said
okay.
it. It wasn't.
Okay, and
it
see, that's
wasn't
what all the confusion that we didn't watch the whole story. So I'm
They
I'm not
said
getting
enough. They know what happened is you needed it to be slow for you to hear everything. We could have ran it back, but they said it. She said it. She said she usually do it. It was her normal routine, and she just forgot. You know, that was her. That was her. That was her logic. That she just forgot.
That's not logic. That cannot be your normal routine to leave your to go to work at any job and leave your kid in the car and then and come back out. Your 1-year-old, not your 14-year-old, where you can be like, hey, I'm gonna pull up.
They
You
don't
want to work with me?
probably know how to spin through the parking lot a little bit. Okay, I get that. You can leave them the keys. Okay, you can't leave
Right.
a 1-year-old the keys.
You can't do that. Yeah. So if that was her normal routine, she already admitted to it being her normal routine. She's probably gonna catch the M. You know. So, and if not, she's gonna catch voluntary manslaughter instead of involuntary manslaughter.
Well,
Which she will get that. She will get the dub for that.
Either way, you know.
This show was all over the place tonight, man.
Yeah,
Lord.
her thing is simmer sauteed, man, for real. So we had Florida man scammed out of $700K for business or love. Wild story. You know, gotta be careful, y'all. Watch out for these scammers, especially for the old folks, man. Take care of these seniors, man. Take care of these old folks. Don't let the elders, let them know, like, look, Papa, Mama,
Stay off the computer. Stay off the damn.
like, let me see what you got on your phone. Don't be trying to be on the gram and be trying to swipe left and do all this other little stuff. You know, like, let me see what you got going on. All right, because the predators and pranksters and scamming and they out here.
I hate
okay. You know, so they out here. All right, it's being cultivated and celebrated. All right, them Atlanta Volkswagen dealership sales car to a blind man. What you think about that story, Cole? See, that was a crazy story.
I think the blind man was very motivated. He got tired of riding that damn bus. I think Volkswagen took advantage of him. I think they took advantage of him from the start to the finish, all the way back to the saying they'll buy the car back for $4,500 after he bought it for $15,000. You know, and brought it back within a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So,
they offered them 4 bands.
yeah, that's crazy.
We'll take it back for 4 bands. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Them car dealers, man, y'all gotta stay wary. You stay very leery and cautious when you're dealing with them car dealerships. And once again, that's the story of the elders, man. 74. You know, don't have Papa or Nana and then grandmama and them going in there, without some young folks in there, man, that's sharp, that know what's going on.
And if you missed it, the blind man pulled up at the Volkswagen dealership with $15,000 in a bag.
In a bag. He came with the bag. He said, I'm trying to cash out. Y'all gonna have to cash me out. Okay. I ain't like none of these young folks. I got cash. I don't need none of that credit stuff. I'm ready to go.
He said, yeah, that day I think it was a mistake for me to buy that car.
He know it. He know his sister wasn't having it.
No, his sister won't having it. She told him, man, shut up.
Then she tell him shut up. Crazy. Y'all gotta watch it, y'all. Link gonna be in the description to all these topics, y'all, so y'all can watch the whole in its entirety. We had content creator It's Kashmere, a miracle mommy. Beautiful story. Y'all subscribe to It's Kashmere on YouTube. Go check her out, support her content. It is phenomenal. It is inspiring and life-changing. Go do that. All right, then we had TPS ends for Haitians, and it's not looking good. It is not looking good for the Haitian community. We want to send some prayers to them, like we said. And unfortunately, it is what it is. They got to go, So for those people, remember, y'all, strength is in numbers, and everybody can pool their economic resources together. You might have a shot,
And the government is saying that they got to go Earl to Pearl is not saying that they got to go.
Yeah, I'm not in charge. If they needed that distinction, then somebody smoking something. But for sure. Then we had Trouble in Wakanda and the late Chadwick Boseman's estate drama. You know, y'all get your affairs in order. You know, have a will, you know, a trust or something, you know, something in paperwork. So that way when you're dealing with family that you made, you know, your family, you know, everybody know who their family is. They know how their family act. Everybody know that person that said that's super selfish, that's stingy, that's greedy, that, you know what I'm saying? They still love you, but you know how they act. Okay. And you know if that's your mama, you know if that's your daddy, your cousin, your sister, whoever it is that, you know, and you know your partner too. You know whoever you marry, you know that if they're gonna be on some type stuff, put your affairs in order. If you out here, you get into the bag, and when you die, you're gonna leave something. You know, when you gone, nobody cares what happens to it when you're gone, because you're gone, especially not the person who built it. But if you do care, or you at least want that first stage of it, the first stage, you know, when you leave something estate-wise, there's a first stage. Whoever are those initial heirs, you know, they have now the responsibility to make sure that it goes to the next group. But if you don't leave some rules in place, a system in place for them, then you're gonna get stuff like this, man. Because you know, people lazy. Not putting that on his family, you know, but people are lazy, and you know, people have a sense of entitlement. So don't front like don't play yourself acting like that your family, you ain't got people in your family that feel a sense of entitlement or feel like that they owed something, you know, or you might not marry somebody that's selfish and you know that they selfish. So get that together, y'all. This is, you know, it's trouble in Wakanda, but we can't have Wakanda without families being together. Okay. So real life. Then we had the influencer OnlyFans model Mia Ventura back in jail. What you think? Because she got a billionaire boyfriend.
And she's a thief.
And she a cold klepto.
Yeah. You know, like I said, I never even heard of her before tonight. But yeah, she's just like to steal shit. You know what I mean? And that's her thing.
Yeah, it's wild. She's
Excuse me.
Yeah. But definitely we'll see what's going on with her. We might not keep up with her too much. It seems like that's all she do.
Nah,
you
I think,
know,
you know, maybe one little a mention, not even a whole segment, like a mention.
Maybe we just tap back in there and see what she got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Well, we appreciate everybody for pulling up. Everybody in the chat, lovely ATV, what up, Bug? Also Reese Boo pulling up. You know we love you. Dr. Mo Lamb, shout out and love to you too. Always pulling up, hanging out with us, chopping it up on the network, supporting the content. We appreciate you, and we love all y'all. That's all we got for y'all tonight. We appreciate everybody for pulling up, hanging out with us, man. Make sure to smash that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch Fellas each and every Friday night at 9 p.m. East Coast time. You know how the saying goes. If it's Friday night and you don't got a date, then Brunch with the Fellas is your spot. So don't be late. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV.
And I'm Cold Season.
And we are the Brunch Fellas. And don't forget, you can catch us on Kick. All right. Until next time, peace, big cub.
Peace.
BKSoulFarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the listing and get yourself together, right?
TLS Podcast, The Love Speak, Bo's Podcast, Bo's on the Table, The Cigar Sundays Live,
TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at DBCHEFTV.com.